Could an 18-year-old Italian defender be the resolution to the Guehi problem as Crystal Palace don't budge on their asking price? Isak and Sesko situation heats up as it looks as though Sesko has now rejected Newcastle United. What does that mean for Liverpool and the Swedish striker? Tyler Morton has officially left Liverpool Football Club. A legend has left, and we speak about the midfield situation and what is going on with the wingers. Do we need one? Do we not? People, we usually do this on a Monday, but we had 2 games back to back yesterday. Welcome to the Tuesday night show. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work.
The 2 legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Big up, everyone. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to the show. Please do smash that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Firstly, manners. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes, people. I've not got around to getting back to everyone, whether that be through WhatsApp or on X or Instagram. Truly humbled by the beautiful messages and birthday wishes. So thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, grateful to God that I'm alive to see another year. And God willing, I live to see many more birthdays and get to celebrate with friends, family, relatives, and you guys as well. So thank you all for the birthday wishes. Really, really appreciate it. But we've got some stuff to talk about today, haven't we, guys? We really have some stuff to talk about. And what better to start with than Giovanni Leoni? Now, Giovanni Leoni was first brought onto my radar by Gaz. So if you've been following the channel for a while, Kopish used to be the Football Banter Show. Football Banter Show was devised of Matt, Drifty, Dev, and Gaz. Now, Gaz, at the time, had the best beard out of everyone. It was Gaz, then Matt, then Drift. Obviously, now I've taken top spot with the whole beard thing. Gaz knows it's one of those things. Humbled. Gaz knows the beard situation. So he's now got the second best beard from the Kopish community. I've got the best beard. And then Matt, I think we've got a slide Sadiq in there as well. And then Drift, obviously, you know, when he grows it out, is strong, but I'm obviously head honcho when it comes to this beard stuff. So he was the first person to speak to me regarding Giovanni Leoni. And anyone who knows Gaz knows that he has an eye for talent. He has an eye for footballing talent, especially defensive players. And I've never played football with Gaz, but I know a couple of people who have, and they've all said he's technically very, very good. Me and him have had a little kick about, and he can cross the ball with both feet. He can hit diagonals with both feet. Like, Gaz is solid. So when someone speaks about footballing ability and I see they have footballing ability, I'm more inclined to hear what they say. However, I can't sit here and lie to you guys and say, look, I've watched him play for this amount of time and I know his ins and outs on how he plays and how he models his game. I'd be absolutely lying to you guys. Okay, Mark, I see you in the chat. Wow. A day after my birthday, the smoke continued. Wow. Omar as well. Again, I'm not one to make excuses, but I have been carrying an injury for the last year, which I actually am getting treatment for. But cool, if you guys want to judge me on that display, then cool. Now, happy to you guys. Happy for you guys. Once again, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But speaking about Leoni, firstly, I want to speak about his age. He's 18 years old, not massively experienced in terms of footballing matches or at the highest level. I don't think he's played in Europe or anything like that. Now, we're looking at Mark Guehi, and the reason why, in my opinion, Liverpool have looked at Mark Guehi, he's an international. He hasn't played Europe, but he has played for Chelsea. He's now a regular for Crystal Palace. He's their centre-back starter. He's their captain. He just led them to their first trophy, which was the FA Cup. He's about as experienced as you can get for someone on the market. Leoni is probably complete opposite of that. Leoni is about inexperience as you can get, but his ceiling seems to be extremely high. The centre back is 6'5". He's not rapid, but he's not slow either. He's very commanding in the air. He's very strong in duels. However, has he got that experience? Because if you're looking at the drop off from Konate and Virgil to then Leoni, it's a little bit of a drop off. Whereas others would argue that the drop off from Konate and Virgil to Mark Guehi isn't as harsh. But we don't know if Palace are willing to sell. We don't know if Mark Guehi is going to force a move. It looks as though both things aren't going to happen. Therefore, I ask, guys, would you prefer us to go for someone more experienced? Come true, bro. Come true. Would you prefer us to go for someone more experienced or someone who has a really high ceiling? Matt, got a throw. Whoa, I don't know what happened
Whoa,
there.
whoa. I don't know what's going on there, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
Firstly, big up, welcome to the show, bro.
Come on.
What's your thoughts on these Leo? Wow, I thought you were about to do some challenge there.
No. I had to edit my camera, bro. I had to just sort my camera. I'm
cool,
looking
cool,
at
cool.
yeah. I'm meant to make sure the lighting's all good. You get me?
Cool. I thought you were about to do one of them challenges where
no. That's better. The lighting's better now.
Matt, Giovanni Leoni. I'm not going to try and put you on the spot and be like, oh, what's his play style like? How's he play? Because I don't know if you've watched him or not. But yeah. I'm more speaking about him being 18, the lack of experience he's got, the fact that we want Mark Guehi, but it doesn't look like Palace are budging. It don't look like we really want to budge, and he's not really kicking up a fuss to leave either. Would you prefer us to go and get someone more experienced, or would you be happy just getting someone in through the door now when it comes to the centre-back situation?
I would argue you want someone more experienced, because when you're the title champions and you're the defending champion, shall I say?
Say that again, bro. Say that again.
Yeah, when you're the defending champions, you want to make sure that you have experience. Now, it's weird because even though Giovanni Leoni does look like a prospect, I don't know much about him other than just seeing a couple of videos, compilations and things like that. It's kind of like the Kwanzaa situation. So he could be better than Kwanzaa, we don't know, or he could be of the same. So it doesn't really make sense to go and he would just be the only centre-back. It would make more sense, in my opinion, to go and get a Guehi and try and get a Leoni as well. That makes more sense to me, because Leoni does look good, bro, but we need experience at centre-back. Like, we're the defending champions. Because put it to like this, yeah? Let's say Virgil gets ill again for whatever reason. Let's say Virgil gets ill. Are we going to be sitting there as comfortable with this Giovanni Leoni at centre-back playing alongside Konate? Now, he could be an absolute wonder kid and could just settle to the Prem, and everyone's like, right, that's a serious signing you got there. But we would feel a lot more better with a Guehi or just someone with more Premier League experience, whether that will be, I'm just giving you some just names, Christian Romero or someone like, I'm not saying him, but just someone with Premier League experience where we can actually like relax. Because here's the thing. If you look at Manchester City, if you look at Arsenal, they've got, I guess, a mixture of experience and youth. Whereas I feel like if we wouldn't have got that Leoni, yes, we still got Joe Gomez, but my worry with Gomez is that he's always injured, bro. Remember, this is supposed to be a minor Achilles injury, but it's
stay off that. Because that's my next bit. Drift welcome to the show, bro. I wanna ask you this, because me and Tom Little, shout out to Tom Little, shout out to Sam. Me and Tom especially have been going back and forth for a while now with regards to this centre-back situation, needing 5 centre-backs. One thing me and Tom have never really spoken about is the availability of Conor Bradley, because I think that actually factors into this situation as well. Conor Bradley's injury record isn't the best either. So when you're looking at Conor Bradley's injury record and you're looking at Joe Gomez's injury record, and the fact that many people are suggesting that Frimpong should be Salah's backup when Salah goes to AFCON, or should Salah need a rest, does this centre-back situation now become even more paramount? Because if you're bringing into someone like a Leoni who can play right-back and centre-back, does that not give you that extra cover for both positions? Because in both positions, we might potentially be light, given Joe Gomez's unavailability, the fact that we only have 3 centre backs, and the fact that Conor Bradley does pick up injuries as well.
Yeah. First and foremost, happy birthday again, bro.
Big up, bro. Big up. Much
I know
appreciated.
technically it's still your birthday because of times you were born and stuff like that.
No,
so
I was born. I'm longer. I was born in the morning still.
Oh, I thought you was like me in the evening. Okay, cool.
Man said
Fuck
it's
it, it
over.
doesn't matter. It's still birthday week anyway. Fuck it doesn't matter. So yeah, happy birthday again, G.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, do you know, bro? I've never thought about it till you just said it. I've never actually thought about it. Do you know why? I think because I don't find Bradley's injuries as worrying because I think they're little niggles. Like, I think once he plays regularly, that will go away. This is just an assumption. Obviously, I don't know.
Sorry to cut you, though, Drift. We never really thought about Bradley's injuries like that because we always had Trent.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think his injuries are based on not playing regularly. And, you know, some people's bodies need rhythm. So and again, this is just an assumption. I don't know this to be a fact, but he was on loan for a whole year, right? Played every game, was fine. As a youth player, played all the time, was fine. Now he's getting these little like injuries now and again. I think it might be because he doesn't play regularly and he plays at a very high intensity, right? Yeah. So I think his body needs to play every week to get used to that. He's got that real in-your-face style that I don't think you can be on the bench for a month and then just come into the team and then, you know what I mean? And your body can just handle that. So I think if he plays regularly, I don't think that will happen. So I'm not as bothered about him. I don't think he's like anywhere near.
Rumor has it you are the oldest member on Kopish.
I don't think he's anywhere near a problem, like say how Joey is, where like I think Joey's a natural problem. I think he's a real worry. Like you never know whether Joey's going to be fit or not. I don't think I'll put Bradley in that bracket just yet. But yeah, if he keeps on getting injured, then it could become an issue. You're right. But I don't think Frimpong is Mo's backup though, bro. I think that will be Soboslai or maybe somebody else in the team, possibly even Wirtz. I don't think it will be Frimpong. I don't. That's just me, though. I don't know if you lot agree or not.
That deputizes for Salah.
Yeah, I think it'll be Soboslai or Wirtz or somebody like that. I don't actually think it would be.
You could be right,
Frimpong,
but something says to me that it could be Frimpong as well. Let's say it is Frimpong and Bradley's still got these injuries. I guess you're right though. We got options there. They might not be the best options, but we have options in it. We got forwards that can play there or midfielders that can play there. Yes, you'd have to change the style a little bit maybe because it won't be the same profile of player, but at least we kind of got like you said, like a Soboslai, maybe a Wirtz, even though I think Wirtz works better off the left, but he could just float into the middle. And then if you got Frimpong overlapping, then it's not that much of a big deal. But I do think Bradley's injuries are a bit of a worry because even though what you're saying could be true in terms of he doesn't play regularly, brother, we just started pre-season and you're already injured, bro. Like what? Not just started. To be fair, we're coming to the end of the season.
Injury is it a little? What is his injury?
We don't. I don't even know. We just know he's a doubt for Sunday. Sunday's game against Palace. He's a doubt. I think they even said he may be a doubt for the Premier League opener as well.
And it is an illness. He's definitely got an injury. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an injury. Virgil's got the illness. He's got an injury. And Gomez is also a doubt as well, if I'm not mistaken, if I read that correctly as well. Gomez
I know Gomez is still a doubt, yeah.
So I don't even know. Also, I just want to say big up. Where is he in the chat? I just saw his message. Where is he? I think what's his surname? I want to say there we go. Big up Aryan Jandu. Big him up because I put on Twitter, I was like, has anyone got a FC26 better code? I haven't tested out the code yet, my bro. I'm gonna test it out after this, so I'll let you know if it works. But appreciate it, my bro. Bless out once again. I know them ones there. You have to shout out the people them that show love and them thing. He said he's been watching us for a long time. So big him up, man.
Really quick side note on that, Matt.
Yeah.
You'll be proud of me. I've been playing a little bit of FIFA still.
Jeez, what we say? FC26 tournaments are gonna happen, yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll caveat that I've been playing FIFA 19 because that's the one that got given to me, and I'm not really on buying the new one. So I've been playing that
you
one.
Gotta get FC26, bro.
Nah, I don't.
Man
Even
still
Drift-
got Bobby Sadio and
Yeah,
Mo as
bro.
the
Even
front
Drift's
three,
got Drift. What one did we and you play? The
2004, isn't it?
No. FC24. FC24.
Yeah, FC24.
Yeah. There'll be a tournament on my channel, and yes, I was speaking to Arjun, and I was like, "There's definitely going to be some crash outs because if I get cooked, it's not going to be good. But there will be some tournaments and stuff. I get that popping. Don't worry."
Yeah, no, I'm not buying a new one because it's just the boys playing it, innit? And it's too expensive.
I'll get it for you. Don't worry. We got the
No,
FSG
you
money now.
won't.
Yeah, I'll get it for you, bro. I'll get it for you and Drift. Don't worry about it. There's no
Bro.
excuses.
I'll be real with you. I'll flip that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What CX settings? Is that what we're doing?
I might. If you buy it, I'll flip it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
Then I'll
man
be
said
the-
he'll sell.
Man said I'll take that gift and I will sell it.
That's crazy.
But don't buy it then, innit? It's too expensive. They don't need that one. They're good with
What do
what
you
they got.
mean? No, but it's for you
Yeah.
as well.
Nah, I'm not gonna play
So
like
you can
that.
Like,
practice.
Carl, they do need it because 2019 is really old.
We're gonna do update the squad. Spend what this ain't pro either. We
2019
update
is
the
so
squads.
old that it's older than Robbie.
Yeah.
2019.
Come on, bro. You gotta get
7
them.
years.
You gotta get them more up to date than that.
Come
I
on,
might,
Cal,
I
we're
might get
FS
24 then. I might get 24 then.
Oh my gosh, not even 25.
All right, maybe 25. I'm not getting 26. Absolutely
I'll get you.
not.
I'm
No, but
gonna.
you told me 25 was terrible though.
I'll be real. It wasn't good.
All right,
It wasn't good.
you told me it was
24.
terrible.
24 was better than 25. If I'm
Yes,
being
I'll
honest.
get 24. then.
However, they've made significant changes to 26. Even a lot of people that have played the beta, they listen to the community and they've done a lot of feedback and they've changed a lot of stuff. So for those people that maybe have played the beta, let me know how it is. Hopefully I'll be able to play it maybe later on tonight or tomorrow. Big up Iron once again for the code. But yeah, man, I say we got to try FC26, bro. We have
I'll
to.
be real with you, Matt. If after it comes out for a couple months, everyone says it's decent, then I'll get 26.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Because if the game's really bad, because even I'll tell you, don't buy 25. 25
Yeah.
is bad, bro.
So
Look,
I'll get
this-
24.
yeah.
I'll get 24 for them then. I'll get 24.
Cool.
I think that's a fair compromise.
Fair.
But back to Leoni. Another thing that we've spoken about with regards to Gehi is obviously that he's homegrown. We lost one homegrown player in Kwanzaa. Now, with Leoni, we wouldn't have to register him because he is under 21 years old. Now,
Okay.
if anyone in the comments section can help with this, whether he would become homegrown, because he's currently 18. So if we sign him and we keep him for the next 3 years, I think he could potentially become homegrown. But Matt, I ask, if not Leoni and not Gehi, who do we go for? Because we can't go in with three or in fact, do we go in with three centre backs and is Endo and Bajcetic, but we've got to talk about because, and I hate to use another name. Is Robertson also a centre back option now as well?
If I see Robertson at centre back, we're done. We're so done. Because no disrespect to Robertson, he's a legend, but he's not a centre back and he doesn't have that kind of trade. He's not like a physical player. He's not tall. Like if he was like, like Gavardia, that type of profile, like taller, a bit more physical, you could maybe play him there. That's why Endo is actually a better centre back than Robertson because of the profile of the player. Endo's more physical, can read the game very well. Obviously, Robert can, but you don't want to see Robert at centre back, bro. That is like an accident waiting to happen. Can you imagine set pieces?
No, I can. I don't want to see
communication as well. Oh my
but Matt,
God.
I don't see us getting a. I don't know if we get a centre back at this point.
What do you mean you don't know? Of course, we're getting a centre back.
All right, I'll rephrase it then.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll get two centre backs, and because Gomez is out at the moment, I think we could see one of Endo or Robertson.
Man.
At worst, Gravenberch partner the new centre back if we're playing Carabao or whatever.
We have to get a centre back. It is paramount. If we only get one, it has to be for me a very, very good one that has experience. If you're only going to get the one, don't get me Leoni, even if he is very, very good, because it's the experience, bro. We need experience if you've only got realistically 3 centre backs. I'm not even counting Joey because as much as I rate Joey, big up Joey from the ends. However, his availability is bad. So he's more of a bonus if he's ever available, bro. He's just a utility man. He can fill in at left back, he can fill in at right back, centre back. Like Drift said it last year, he can even fill in at DM if there's flipping an emergency. Do you get what I'm saying? But he's just a luxury player at this point. I hate to say it. So you have to go and get someone with Premier League experience.
Gahey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Gahey. Every time you say Leoni, it just makes me think of our old host. Big up Leoni.
Big up Leoni.
Do you know what? Big up Leoni.
Every time I can't help it. Every time. Big up
That's
Leoni,
man.
But you know what I'm saying
about the old school supporters will know who Leoni is.
Yeah, they would know. They would know.
Goated, man.
She's doing big things as well, man.
Right.
Yeah, go check out. She's over on Red Bull, man. She's doing big things on Red Bull.
Big thing.
Big up Leoni always, man.
Trust me.
Living their best life.
Legend.
But yeah, no, I personally, Gahey's on his way, man. Don't worry about it, boys. Gahey's on his way. When the window slams shut, Gahey will be a Liverpool player. Don't worry about it.
What makes you so confident, Drift?
That's what I was gonna say, Drift.
I know Liverpool ain't fucking about. That's the main thing. I know he's the target we want. I know Crystal Palace are holding out because they're trying to get a replacement. And I also know that the way football works, money's too important to let it go for free or to lose out on money. So eventually they'll probably give us like 40 mil with maybe some add-ons or something like that. But they will, in the end, they'll realize they can't lose him for free. He will be a Liverpool player. The absolute latest would be January. But I believe that he will be a Liverpool player when the window shuts.
All right. Drift, I hear what you're saying. But they had Zaha with this situation. Never sold Zaha. Never bowed into anyone's demands for Zaha. Zaha ended up leaving on a free. Why? What makes you so certain they won't do it again? Because I think they'll recoup good money next summer from a Morton sell and maybe even a Munoz sell or maybe someone else. I don't think they're as strapped for cash as we presume they are, given their expectations and ambitions.
Yeah, maybe not strapped for cash. I don't think they're broke, but they're a club that can't let money walk away, though. The bottom half of the table clubs can't let money just walk away. It's very, very difficult for those type of teams to miss out on money. And for that reason, I think a compromise will be made. I do.
Plus, we might not be the only team in for him, Drift. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, for example, we agreed a fee or we knew what the fee was. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea came in, Newcastle came in for him.
Newcastle want him. They do want him, actually, which is kind of funny.
Not to say I'd be shook to go like up against
because I was going to say, with all due respect, Newcastle can't get anyone across the line at the moment. I'm not worried.
No, I know. I was going to make fun of it.
No, you're right, Drift. But again, is it not the situation whereby he could sit there and go, you know what? Virgil, Konate, World Cup year. I know for an absolute fact, I go to Newcastle and I start. At Liverpool, there's no guarantees. Could that
possibly
potentially?
Possibly, but I would like to hope that he would do a Jota, RIP, and he would believe in himself enough to come in and fight for his place, and he would understand at any big club you are not guaranteed to play week in, week out. You got to earn that right. And I think he's got the ambition. And from what the rumors are, Liverpool's the only team he wants to play for as well. Well, let's be honest. I'm not even doing this in a big-headed way. Liverpool is the most attractive team / project in world football right now. Our project is more attractive than anything happening anywhere in the world.
Us and PSG.
I think PSG are like in the middle of that cycle.
It's attractive at the moment.
No, they're attractive, but like they're in the middle of it. They're in the middle of theirs, so I don't think theirs is. There's a lot of hype around ours, which makes it more attractive, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's necessarily better, but there's a lot of hype around ours, which is why I think it makes it better. We're the champions of the hardest league to win in the world, and then we're doing this. I think we're the most attractive club in the world right now, and anybody would want to be a part of this, in my opinion. So yeah, I have a feeling like, you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. You lot might completely disagree with me on this one. I think Liverpool are so attractive right now that if we were to rewrite time and it was 2 years ago, but now instead, I actually think we could even go for Killian. I think we're so attractive and this project is so big right now that I reckon we could have even attracted Killian if we was doing what we're doing now when he was at PSG.
Nah, Killian always wanted to follow in the footsteps of Cristiano, innit?
Yeah, he kind of had
Maybe
that.
so. Maybe so, but I've got confidence that we could have got involved with that. I think we
could have got involved, but I don't think he always wanted Real Madrid. Like the guy, he loves Ronaldo, innit? And to follow in Ronaldo's
No, remember he stayed at PSG. I know obviously it was only for 2 years, but there's still a part of me that thinks that we could have got involved with that.
Nah,
if we were doing now what happened when he signed that
money
new
PSG were paying him, bro.
No, but that was because he didn't really want to stay at PSG. We would have given him 400 grand a week.
Do you say we would?
We would have given Killian 400 grand a week.
Not back then, though. I don't think
remember he was free. We would have given him a fat signing on fee. We'd have given him a fat wage.
No.
Now maybe Drift. If you would have put today's finances back,
then no, that's what I'm saying. I said if this summer for us was the 3 years ago when PSG, it was either he leaves for free or he signed that deal. But we were doing what we're doing now. I definitely 100% think we'd have been right in there. And not like a little plating. We would have been right in there. Like it would have been a big possibility he could have picked Liverpool. Again.
I think Salah would have to have left as well. I think he would have taken Salah's wage if that's that. Maybe that.
No, but remember, he was free. So we could have given him 30 mil signing on fee or whatever because he was free. So if we're willing to pay 150 on Isak, you're telling me we wouldn't have dropped 30, 40 M's on him as a signing on fee?
No, but I think it's just, I know, again, even though we do pay high wages now, it seems, Virgil and Salah are the only ones that are on like them stupid, but not say stupid, but like really, really good wages. So Virgil on 350 and Salah's on 400. So put Mbappe, if Mbappe was going to sign for Liverpool, I would have said we would have had to put him in about 400, you know.
No, so I've said 400 grand a week, 30, 40 mil signing on fee. I think we would have done it.
I think it might have been a push.
Again, there's no guarantees, but
we never know.
That's how we're moving. So you know what I mean?
Crazy thing, I think Dan Killian's still in Conor Bradley's pocket, so we don't even know if we're going to see him again this season. But just to round off this segment, for everyone in the comment section, let us know who your preferred choice for centre back would be. Should we not get Mark Gahey? Let me know, because I think the centre back situation is very, very intriguing. And I think we need some finality to it sooner rather than later, because if we don't, we could end up in a situation where we go into a season with 3 registered centre-backs, 2 of which are injury-prone, 1 very injury-prone, and then could be down to 1 or 2 centre-backs with midfielders playing there. And we saw how that worked out the last time we won the league. Don't want to see that again. So let us know, people, in the comment section. So
you didn't touch on the elephant in the room though when it comes to the centre back situation.
What's that?
Some of our midfielders filling in.
No, I've done that already. I spoke about that already.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. What the Endo and
Gravenberch potentially filling in. Yeah, we don't want to see that, bro.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see that, because we saw how that worked out the last time we won the league, and it's just offsets.
No, but Endo's a different breed, though. He ain't no Kabak. With all due respect, he ain't no Kabak.
Endo gets I don't want to see Endo at the Emirates.
No, I'm not saying you want to, but he gets the job done. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I don't want to be found.
And you know what? So does Grav. I'm not gonna lie. Even when Grav plays centre back, he gets the job done.
Bro, you know I rate Grav, but I still don't want to see it though. That should be like this emergency.
Endo centre back glazing is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But
he ain't even just centre back. He can play right back as well, Cal.
Oh gosh. All right, cool. Let's move on, man. All right, cool.
You lot still ain't got the faith in my boy Endo. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Cool.
We move.
We do move indeed. Right, people, smash that like button if you haven't already. Right, there's been a little update. It wasn't scheduled in. However, I'm going to share something on the screen here. Won't spend too long on this. Gotta get through the other topics. But Pletigol, so Florian Plettenberg has come out of a tweet saying Harvey Elliott is very high on RB Leipzig shortlist as revealed days ago in our show. Several clubs have shown interest in the 22-year-old Liverpool midfielder, but Leipzig are pushing now. Clubs in contact. Elliott has spoken with Oli Werner as per Transfer Market and a few other things listed there as well. First and foremost, guys, do you think this is a good move for Harvey Elliott potentially? Is this a good move for us? Could we potentially get something in return here, i.e. a Lukeba? What's your thoughts on the Elliott situation?
No, bun RB, man. They're listening to offers for Man United, which is scoppering certain deals that we need to happen.
I
man.
know we'll
Bun
get onto that.
RB,
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna get
Yeah,
onto that.
but
We're gonna get
bun
onto
them,
that.
man. You want a favor from us, then do us a favor.
Here's my worry though. So this transfer will be linked to Xavi Simons, and they see him as a Xavi Simons replacement. Obviously, number 10.
Yeah.
He could fill in. I think he'll do very well at RB. Apparently, I think it was Ornstein. It was actually the first to break the news. He still said Liverpool are looking for either 40 million without a buyout, or
With a
50
buyout.
million without a buyout. So that's the money that we're looking to get for.
Shout out to Mo.
for
That's
RB.
from Ornstein.
Oh, he's actually got. Oh, right there then.
Big up to Mo.
I think Elliott. I want us to keep Elliott, but I think Elliott wants to play first team football. Our signing Wirtz is another player that plays in his preferred position as well. I think Elliott might go. And the way, if you look at the way how Elliott was in the game after he celebrated, he kind of done the like clapping, and I don't know, something just tells me that he kind of knows that for the best of his career, he needs to leave Liverpool. I don't want him to go because I think Elliott is cold. The problem is though, as cold as Elliott is, he's not colder than Florian Wirtz. And that's just the reality. And if you've got a number 10 that's more times than not always going to be available, and you're still young yourself and you haven't got to that stage in your career where you've been able to help out Liverpool like a Curtis Jones, you're going to be thinking, I want to be a bit like Curtis. Curtis was able to play some games. So even though some people might not rate Curtis Jones can actually sit there and go, I helped Liverpool win the Premier League last year. Harvey Elliott doesn't have that same feeling. He probably feels a bit disconnected. He probably feels like I should have been doing what my brethren was doing. It's like you two playing for Liverpool. You lot have been involved in the first team, and I've always been on the skirmish. I've had injury problems. You're not going to be like, Matt, don't worry, bruv. You're going to get your chance. But really, truly, I'm going to be like, bro, they've just gone and signed one of the best players in the world at number 10. Like, I'm going to have to go. So even though my brethren are convincing me to stay, I might be thinking it might be best for my career to leave. And that's what I think is going through his mind.
What would
Very
you lot
true.
do in that scenario? Like I know it's a very easy thing to say when you're not in it, but let's put ourselves in this position, which is pretty much the same. Lifelong Liverpool fan, family a Liverpool fan. Like the connection is beyond even just playing for them, right? Then on top of that, you get your dream move to the club. You're 22 years old, so you do have 10 years of a career left, which is a long time. You're at the beginning. You're not in the middle or the end. You are at the beginning. Do you let your career, what would feel to you from this point, be downhill already? Or would you be like, you know what, even if I'm not playing regular, at least I'm still living the dream because I'm at my club? Like, what do you think at that moment would be more important at 22 years old? To play regularly or to be at the club you'd always dreamed to be at?
For me, if it was me, it will be hard, but I think I'd want to play regularly because it's all well and good.
Wing wizard can't sit on the bench, bro.
Yeah, it's all well and good. Me going.
The wing wizard can't sit on the bench.
Now become Yaya Toure, so I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And now become Michael Owen. So what we doing here, lads? What we doing? Nah, do you know what? I'll be real, guys. We all love Liverpool with all our hearts here, but at the same time, if you know you wanted to be a footballer all your life from when you was a little child, yeah, you're gonna want to play football. You can't sit on the bench for like the majority of your career, and then when it's all said and done, people are like, you got the accolades, but you know you didn't really do nothing. You just made a couple of appearances here and there. You were just there, but you weren't there. Does that make sense? It'll be
No,
hard though.
but
Bro.
that would be down to ego, though. I guess that would
No,
depend.
it's
on
not
how
ego.
big
It's
someone's
more to do
ego.
as a footballer though. You wanna play, bro. You wanna showcase your talents. You wanna show the world how good you are. You wanna show your teammates like. But if you're not being given that opportunity, because remember, although it's a
No,
dream,
I get that part. But remember,
Yeah.
look, there's a lot of people in our team where that doesn't apply. Like we're
It's a
being completely
short
honest.
career, though. It's a
Look how
short
long
you never know.
Look how long Adrian was okay with it. Simicast still don't want to go, and he's third choice.
But
now
I
at left
think
back.
it. But
He
you know what it
still
is.
don't want to leave.
No disrespect to some of them players. It's also about your ambitions, though. Some players are happy to just know that they're at a big club and they're good, but you got players that really believe they can go to a really serious level, and they know they can
Sturridge.
only do that by showcasing their talents.
Sturridge was one. Look at Sturridge.
Yeah.
Sturridge could have stayed at Chelsea, been a bit part player. Sturridge came to Liverpool and almost won the league.
Coutinho could have stayed at Inter.
Yeah, been a bit
No, of
part-
course I get that, but those players weren't a fan of the club the way Elliott is a fan of Liverpool. So that's why I'm saying, like, in that moment, how difficult do you think it would actually be? Would you just be like, look, I'm living my dream? Maybe when I get to about 24, I'll start thinking, okay, like I've been doing this for too long. But while I'm still young and 22, let me just keep living the dream, and you never know, maybe I will get in the team eventually. That's why I'm saying, like, what do you think you would at? Because me personally, I think at 22 I'd continue to play for Liverpool.
I think I would as well. But this conversation leads into a wider narrative. And look, I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about the Harvey Elliott situation. I'd like him to stay. But
Same.
I think I just want to pivot onto Tyler Morton. Obviously, everyone knows my thoughts on Tyler Morton. Legendary,
Generational, innit? Ballon d'Or potential.
I didn't say Ballon d'Or, but you did.
Sorry, you said generational talent. So I got it mixed up.
I think it's a mistake letting the player go. But what do I know?
Genuine question, Cal. Is Tyler Morton better than Szoboszlai in your opinion?
He's better than everyone at the club.
Okay, we're doing that, are we?
Okay.
Is he better than Curtis Jones?
Everybody.
I'm just asking questions.
But all jokes aside, Liverpool have sold him £15 million to Leon. It's a good deal for both clubs, in my opinion. We got good money for the player. The player gets to go out and play some good football as well. At a European team as well. So big up to Tyler Morton. However, this also spills with the Elliott situation and our midfield options. Now, talks today is that Leoni has now been officially moved up to the first team, and he's come on leaps and bounds, especially this preseason, and how good he's looked. And one of the worry we all went into this summer thinking was, what happens with this DM situation? And again, because of the centre back situation, we might not see Endo in centre midfield as much potentially. However, when Florian Wirtz signed, it was Sobo's going to hit the bench now. Sobo's going to be on the bench. I'm going to sit here and say it straight. I think Szoboszlai, even now, still might be the most important player for our Liverpool midfield. I'm not saying he's the best, but he might actually be the most important. And the reason I say this,
you don't need to elaborate. I think everybody understands, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been.
I genuinely don't think you're going to get any pushback on that, bro. I really
Exactly. Don't. Listen, when we signed Florian Wirtz, I said there is a world where I genuinely see Florian Wirtz on the left because I feel like Szoboszlai is so important. Now, I got that bit wrong, but what I've seen so far is Szoboszlai playing the pivot and Wirtz playing the 10. Szoboszlai is not getting dropped. We need the athleticism in the middle of the park.
All right, Matt. You know where I'm going now. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, go on, say it.
Sorry, before we continue, big up Saint in the building. Big up yourself, brother.
Bless up, Saint. Hope you're blessed, bro. You in the family, my G.
Who does sit out there, Matt? And don't try and caveat this because I know Grav's suspended for the first game.
Yeah.
But I was told at the back end of last season, Grav can't get benched, Matt can't get benched. And I fully understand why people said that. But if Sobo ain't going to get benched, who sits out?
Shall I be honest with you? Szoboszlai is integral. Gravenberch is the most unique midfielder we have. McAllister is the best midfielder we have. On a serious note, I don't know what's going to happen. What I can probably tell you is this. McAllister is going to get rotated more, even though he's our best midfielder, because if you look at McAllister and how long it's taken to get over his like niggling injuries or whatever, that tells me he needs a bit more rotation. So even though he's our best midfielder, it sounds crazy. I've got a funny feeling that he might get rested more. Now it could be Gravenberch, but Gravenberch is so unique. He's very much the only person in our midfield that can kind of do what he does. Doesn't make him the best, but he's just unique. So when you're trying to get out of the press, he's the player that you look for. McAllister's the one that gets things ticking over. He knits the play together. He can break lines with his passing. Then you've got Szoboszlai, who's literally just like Captain Marvel. No, I'm just explaining. Like, I'm not even. No. I'll get onto that.
I hear you.
No, I'll get onto that.
Everyone's getting on. We know what you're doing there. You're buying time, bro.
No, but am I not allowed to give context though?
Not in this community, you're not, bro. You know how
Can
this
I not
works.
give context?
You know how this works.
Unless you lot have got your answers already. Oh, you're doing the laughing hyena. Where's your answers? Where's your answers?
No, Matt, I asked you first.
No,
bro.
because I'm giving some context as to how I see the how Slot sees the players, and I'm genuinely thinking, what's he gonna do?
Man said hyena, you know.
Yeah, the whole the listen. All I know is this year, first game of the season, Gravenberch is suspended, so it'll be McAllister and Szoboszlai. So really and truly, what you want to ask me is who's going to play in the second game. Now,
I did not ask that.
No, you didn't say you didn't say the second game.
No,
I think you just said he's gonna.
No, he said in general, bro.
Yeah, in general.
No,
not the first game. He said in general.
Yeah, but they're all gonna.
No, I literally said we know it's gonna be Mac and Szoboszlai for the first game because Grav's suspended. Or what happens after that?
Yeah, so in the second game, I think McAllister and Szoboszlai. Sorry, no, I think McAllister potentially might get dropped for Gravenberch. Potentially. Reason I say that
is Newcastle away, right?
Yeah, reason I say that is because if Macca's not up to speed, because again he's coming back off an injury, I think it's going to be Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, and McAllister would have to work his way into the team because he's going to be a bit behind schedule. Now I could be so wrong because McAllister could ball out on Sunday. And Slot thinks, nah, he's ready. So it doesn't really matter. But I'll be honest, I don't have the answer for the whole season. What I can tell you is they're all going to get a load of minutes, though. I don't know who's gonna be the third partnership. That's me being honest. I genuinely don't know.
I hear it. Drift, I'm going to come to you with a slightly different question because we've all sat there and we've gone. When Wirtz first came in, it was Sobo's going to have to be on the bench and he'll be the backup number 10. Now it's Sobo's got to play in the pivot. And he's gonna be one of the rotational three. Curtis Jones, does he now become Florian Wirtz's backup? Because effectively we don't have a Florian Wirtz backup, especially if Harvey Elliott going. So does Florian Wirtz have his deputy, and is his deputy Curtis Jones now?
I think Jones will float between all three midfield roles as like the fourth, fifth choice. Do you get what I mean? So like, I think there could be times where we could be playing like a Carabao Cup game and he might actually play in the pivot. Or there could be games where he'll play. So I think Jones will be used in all three of the... I think most of the midfielders. I think Wirtz is the only one that will probably not be dropped that far back. But I think between Grav, Endo, Mac, Szoboszlai and Jones, I think at different times they will all be rotated amongst those two. Mainly Szoboszlai, Mac, and Grav. I think it'll be horses for courses. That's my answer to the question that Matt skated around. I think it will be horses for courses.
You just skated around it. That don't make no sense.
You just skated around it as well. You said horses for courses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
like the opposition will determine who plays. That's not skipping around it. That's
That's another way.
He ain't gonna beat the press here. I'm gonna ask him a drifty question now.
You go.
Champions League final, Drift. Who plays in the pivot? Wirtz in the 10, who plays in the pivot?
It genuinely would depend who the opposition are.
No.
No, it would. It would depend who the opposition.
Brother, put the fries in the bag.
Let's go PSG then.
PSG. Yeah. Who you going with? Who's starting?
Grav and Sob if it's PSG. I want Szoboszlai's power in there to overpower their midfield. Yeah.
Best
So I'm going
midfielder not playing.
grabbing Szoboszlai. No, but again, like I said, horses for courses.
I put a camera lens on.
Because if you'd have said to me Real Madrid, I would have said Mac and Grav, because we can control that midfield.
Right.
We don't need the power in
All
there.
right.
So I would have said Mac and Grav. It really depends who the opposition are.
See, Drift, now you understand how tough it is. All I'm going to say is this, though. The reason why I think a lot of people in the chat probably think it might be Grav, yeah, is because maybe they look at Grav getting tired towards the end of like last season and whatnot. And that is true. However, if you look at the way how we've been playing in pre-season, yeah, Gravenberch is the one. When we build up with a three at the back. Gravenberch is splitting the centre backs. Now he's very comfortable. If someone is literally following him, he can shift away his marker because he can drop the shoulder. No one else can do that in the team. He can play with his back to goal and be absolutely fine. Not even McAllister can do it like that. You can give him the ball and he can play a pass around the corner because he's the best passer. But this is why Gravenberch is so vital to actually how we build up in play. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's Grav that's the one that drops out. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's, bro, I genuinely, I don't know. That's me being honest.
And the crazy thing is, if you go and look at some of the quotes that Slaughter said from last season, like, you know, after the season finished and he was like hindsight and he was reminiscing and stuff, he said the one thing he will never do again is run players into the ground, especially around that period where there's games every 3 days, because he could tell his team were tired. And he believes we went out the Champions League and lost the cup final just because we were like knackered. Like, that's what he believes. So he said he will never do that again. You can see what we're doing in the transfer window that to prove that he means it, because he wants to have a squad where he trusts everybody, right? And he won't have to be like, oh, I don't really want to play you. Yeah. And that also suggests to me that Grav and Mac will not play anywhere near as many minutes as they did, because he's going to know he wants them fresher than that for the crucial parts of the season.
Facts.
So I truly believe even Jones putting into that equation will get substantial minutes. I don't think he's going to do the just rinsing man, and it's just these two players in the pivot playing week in, week out. I really think, or if they do start, we'll see a lot of on the 55th minute changes, on the 50th minute change. That he's going early, Sob on, Jones on, we're 2-0 up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to be very, very, very tactical with his substitutions as well as his actual game tactics, because he knows he can't have our players blowing like that when it comes to the end of January, February again. That is the part where the season gets real tasty. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think these players will all get some games. I really do.
I'll come back to the question though again for you both. Who deputizes for Wirtz? Because this is Wirtz's first season in the Premier League. We know what the Premier League is. And to just come into the Premier League as a new player is very taxing and demanding on the body.
Yeah.
Who deputizes for Wirtz then? Because
It'll be Szoboszlai though. It would be Szoboszlai.
This is crazy for me to say. I don't know if we're going to see Szoboszlai in a 10 anymore. Well, I think he dictates so well from the pivot position. In the same way, I don't want to see Jones in the 10 anymore, because I just think they're better in that position.
But what you might find is we ditch the 4-2-3-1 and go to 4-3-3, because Szoboszlai looks way more comfortable, which we've been saying further back, because now he's got time in the ball, and Szoboszlai hasn't got that fleet foot like what Wirtz has in them tight spaces. You got to be fleet footed, in my opinion, to play the 10, because you've got to be able to be nimble, be agile. He's not that type of player, so I think we potentially change to a 4-3-3. Szoboszlai would just try and connect the attack as best as he can with his running power. And that's why I feel like that's for me is not even a worry who deputizes for Wirtz, because Szoboszlai can do that role. Even if we don't like it, he can fill in some type of capacity. Do you get what I'm saying?
Him and Jones. I think it'll be him and Jones.
Big up to the chat here, because I was going to drop this one as a bit of a bombshell. Could Ekitike play the role of the 10? Obviously not the same as Wirtz, but could he potentially be the one to play the 10?
Yeah, I think Ekitike can play everywhere across the front.
It'll be more. I'm
not saying he'll be amazing at all of them. I think Ekitike can play right across the front. In an emergency, I think you could utilize him on the right wing.
Oh, do you know what? No, I wouldn't go that. No, I wouldn't.
People thought Diaz couldn't play right wing, and he did. Why
but
couldn't
Diaz-
Ekatike play
Diaz is
right?
actually like a
winger.
winger, like literally he's a winger.
Remember, I'm
like-
not saying he'll be amazing at it. I'm saying if you really needed to deploy him there, he could do a job there. It wouldn't be like a fish out of water. He wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, he might not be as great as other players are doing it.
I
But
wouldn't
he could
want to
still do it.
I wouldn't want to see him on the right. I would more rather us do a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1. So basically, you got Ekatike playing alongside Isak, dropping into them half spaces, which he can do, which he showed obviously when he played the other day. So yeah, 4-4-2 would definitely work.
I think
We'll
he
just
can
say.
play the 10 as well. Again, not as well as others, but I do think he could play that 10. He's a
We'll
good
just be-
facilitator. He's a very good passer.
That's because he's
Ask
got
Mamouche.
he's
Mamouche, he was setting up
fundamentals. bro.
Mamouche for fun when they played together. So he's definitely capable.
All jokes aside, Newcastle were trying to say 4-4-2. We're going to be the first team to run 4-4-2 once we get Isak and play him alongside Ekatike.
No, we
Watch
could.
this
We
space.
absolutely could.
Watch this space.
I
Shout out
don't
to
think we'll play 4-4-2. You lose too much of the midfield battle when you play.
No, but
4-4-2.
Ekatike will be dropping back though, so it's not a tradition. It'll be a 4-4-1-1 basically.
Yeah, 4-5.
No, but I don't think that's far enough back to help the midfield. If you've got 3 midfielders on the 2 in the midfield, then the 10 will spend too much time back that he won't even be able to help attack.
Bro,
No, the number 10 sits on their deepest line midfielder.
this is what I'm gonna say. Remember, it'll be against the weaker teams. I don't think we'll see that maybe against the strongest teams because you don't.
And
want
again, that's definitely
possession.
not 4-4-2 though. That's my point. That wouldn't be 4-4-2.
No, but when you say 4-4-2, it doesn't
No, I
mean
don't
you're
literally.
rigid, though.
Yeah, like it will be. Remember, a
when
4-4-2
Cole
can
and
also be a
York-
But that's what
4-4-1-1.
4-4-2 is. Literally, each centre back has a man, and they are further enough up the field that.
No, but
is
that's
the
from a
area they
defensive point of
occupy
view.
the most.
Cole and York did it perfect to Man United. I hate to big up Man United. Cole and York did it perfect. Bruv, York would be the player that would drop into the midfield, receive the ball, and Cole would be the one that would hang on to the last defender, and then boom, you know what's coming next.
No, but
Yeah.
York wasn't dropping deep enough that he's marking midfielders.
Bruv, York
He
dropped
wasn't that. He
deep
wasn't dropping back that far. He would
Bro,
more
but
peel to
bro,
the left.
You know, a
York dropped back into
4-4-2.
midfield.
ball, bro.
A 4-4-2, we just think of it as like
Burkham, Drew. Sorry, Burkham. Sorry to cut you, Matt. Burkham.
Yeah, but again, Bergkamp never came back far enough to be marking midfielders, though, Cal. He was in the half space all the time. That was his role, to sit in the half space between the midfield and the defense and cause chaos. But he wasn't coming back and helping to defend. Do you get what I mean? Like, I played, guys, our era of football's 4-4-2. I've been a striker in a 4-4-2. There's no defensive responsibilities on strikers apart from to press. You don't have to go that way.
No,
No, but the game's changed, though, Drew.
that's what I was gonna say. So you see the 4-4-2.
It has, but that's more because the formations have changed. Like, I don't think you can.
No, because back in the day, fullbacks weren't expected to bomb up and be like the ones who are getting past the winger and crossing the ball in on a regular basis. Now that's part and parcel of the job.
All I'm
I
saying is
think
the
left
4.
midfielders and right midfielders were meant to get to the byline and whip crosses in, though. That was their job.
Exactly, but they don't now because the fullbacks do that.
When I say 4-4-2, 4-4-2 can also be modified to 4-2-4, which is what we've done under Slot before, by the way, and even Klopp. So all it is now the wing players are just higher up. They're ready for that counter. So in the middle, you've got to make sure Szoboszlai would have to, in my opinion, play in a 4-2-4 because you can cover a lot of ground. You play him next to either Gravel or McAllister. And then you've got...
Isn't that a lot of change when you can just put a Ekatike
No, because,
wide
bro,
and then
remember, we're
only
very
one
fluid,
player being
though.
changed?
When you look at the way how we play, I know it says 4-2-3-1, yeah, but if you go look at Florian Wirtz, he doesn't stay in that number. Bro, Florian Wirtz at some certain points in the game was going into the 6th role, bro. Yeah. We're very fluid, so like we kind of change. We don't have a static formation.
Your number 10 is your number 10 is usually allowed to do that, though, bro. Because being the number 10 is actually a bit of a free role. Like you're the one who gets to roam around, basically. Do you get what I'm saying?
But remember, even last year, we beat Man City with a 4-2-4 or /4-2-2. But it's just kind of like how you manipulate in it, I guess. It depends on the two players that you've got at the top. So
I would rather put Ekatike right wing than change formation, though. I don't think there's a need to change formation when just one man could play that role.
We're going to speak about wingers shortly. Just to round up this segment on midfielders, though. Going into the summer, we all wanted to sign a centre midfielder. It doesn't look like we are signing a centre midfielder this summer. However, I ask one word answer, guys. Is it a mistake for Liverpool not to sign a centre midfielder? Drift?
No.
Matt.
Nah, it's not a mistake. We're okay. We're okay, Midfield. We're okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. People, I'm going to ask you guys the same in the comment section. Should Liverpool have gone out and signed a centre midfielder? If so, who'd you have liked? If not, no problems. Right.
You know, I'm only saying this because Balaba's still at Brighton. If he leaves Brighton, I'm changing my answer, Cal, 100%.
I don't see him leaving this summer. I don't see him.
I hope not, because PSG apparently are looking at him now. So I'm really hoping not.
Oh, is it PSG? Wow.
We'll see. We'll see. Want to pivot over to the winger situation? You've touched on it briefly, Drift. We've touched on it earlier on in the show as well, Matt. Right. We've got Salah. We know what Salah is. We've got Gakpo. We know what Gakpo is. Going into the summer, we didn't know exactly what Rio is. And we may have a generational talent on our hands. However, we've been sitting there going, we need to get Rodrigo for competition for Gakpo and depth for the left side because we've lost Diaz. And Gakpo is the only senior player there. However, given that we have no clear deputy for number 10, no clear deputy for Salah, and it looks like Elliott's going to be leaving, have we been looking at this all wrong, guys? And do we actually need to put more stock into the right-hand side of the pitch, given that Wirtz can play there, Gakpo can play there, Rio now can play there, at a push, Ekitike could play there. Do we now actually have to look at the right-hand side and put some love into that situation as opposed to the left-hand side?
Kind of, possibly, yeah, to be honest. Like, we are kind of doing all right. We are doing all right over on the left side, for real. But then again, Szoboszlai can play right wing. It's not ideal, but he can do it. I say we just keep Chiesa.
Kier's not staying, Drift. He's gone now.
James Redmond.
No, but I don't think it's as clear cut as that, you know, Cal. What makes you say you think he's definitely gonna go?
The fact that he doesn't get played. The fact that he's not
Well,
rated.
he played yesterday.
Barely.
He got about half an hour yesterday, didn't he, Matt?
But
Chiesa
that's
got
what
like
Chiesa.
half an hour yesterday. Yeah, didn't he get about half an hour yesterday?
But that's
I
the
think-
problem. Why didn't he play the first game? Why didn't he play 90 minutes of the first game?
Because maybe he's not up to 90 minutes fitness yet.
How long is it going to take Chiesa to be fit enough to play 90 minutes for Liverpool?
Man wasn't
How
ready
long?
from last year. That's crazy.
What? It takes a calendar
No, I'm
year.
not saying it's a definite. I don't know. I'm just saying.
No, I hate to say. I know we want Chiesa to roll it back like he's 2021 or 2022. Unfortunately, though, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that if you read between the lines, the first group of players are mainly players where their futures are up in the air. McAllister was a bit different, and Robbo as well, because Robbo needed to play, need some seniority there. McAllister's obviously trying to get the minutes, but other players you kind of know, and even like Trey up and coming. But I think if you look at some of the others, like the writings on the wall, maybe even for Tsimikas. As well, I know people keep saying in the chat, "Oh yeah, did you want to read it, Cal?"
No, I'm going to come to that in a bit.
Yeah, because there's
that's I didn't want to disturb what Cal.
Oh, okay, yeah, because people keep talking about it. But yeah, I think
we'll get to it.
We were gonna get to people. Don't worry, we'll read out the news. But in regards to the Chiesa story, I think he's gonna go back to Italy because again, he wants first team football. He wants to be in the Italian squad, and I think he knows if he stays at Liverpool, he's not going to get the minutes that he requires. So, and I feel like him maybe going back home just might be better for him, but in his home environment again, and maybe for a team that's just going to give him the minutes that he deserves, and so he can get back at least somewhat to the old Chiesa, or as close as he can be. Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't think it's going to happen at Liverpool because he just seems like he's always a step off, whether it's just by mistake, like he gets injured at the wrong time or just out of form, hasn't played enough games. We haven't got time to play catch up, unfortunately. We're the defending champions. You got to be ready from get-go. That's why you see Conor Bradley, he's got injured at the wrong time. Because you see Jeremy Frimpong, brother, he ain't letting go of that right back spot for a while, bro. Conor Bradley got a lot of work to do, in my opinion.
Fairs. If I was to ask you both, to suggest a player who we could get for the right hand side as a winger and someone who could potentially cover for the number 10, who would it be and why? Matt, I'll start with you.
Was that someone that we could sign that can play right wing and 10?
Yeah.
The player's already gone. The one that I would have.
I'm going to guess, is that Kudus?
Yeah, but then I've also got to be realistic.
Shirky
Kudus ain't
as
going to
well.
play
Shirky's
second
another
fiddle.
one.
Yeah, even Shirky. This is the problem is though, them type of players are not going to want to play second fiddle to Salah. They wanna get good amount of minutes, so that's kind of tough.
Sorry to cut you. Shout out to the chat. The chat's flowing in here with some drift. I'm going to bring you into the conversation here.
Oh, there's a name. I'll write down
Tyler
a name.
Dibley.
Hold on.
Yes or no, Drift? Tyler Dibley. What are you saying?
Depending how much it would cost.
Well, it looks around 35 million would get the deal done.
They
Yeah,
wanted
I'd
it
do
originally
that.
100. Do you remember?
They
Yeah,
said
that-
they were 100.
I'll do 35 mil for Diblin. Yeah, I'll do
Alright.
that.
I don't think this happens. Ethan Wanyeri.
He's decided
Nah,
a new deal, bro.
he signed a new deal, bro.
Fair
Yeah, he
enough.
signed a new deal.
Paqueta.
There's not really that many, you know.
What about Paqueta?
I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me thinking, aren't we better off just keeping Elliott?
No, I've said this, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. What about Paqueta?
I'd definitely take a punt on Paqueta, yeah. I mean, here's the only thing. Is the attitude an issue? Because I know Slot and Liverpool like very much that we have no troublemakers, no, do you know what I mean? Like everybody. So like if Paqueta has no attitude issues, 100% I'll take a punt on Paqueta. You think I'm going to forget how much of a baller he is just because man was going through that betting scandal? Paqueta is a baller, 100%. If it's like 30 mil or something like that.
Very inconsistent, though.
Nah, no, but bro, that might just be his lack of motivation being a West Ham player and going through all that stupidness. You know what I mean? It's behind him now, right? Remember Tonali? He weren't playing that well before his thing. Once it was over, look at the way he started balling out because it was like, you know what I mean? Once you get past your trauma, you can concentrate and relax. Paqueta's through it now. He's innocent, everything. Yo, was he? I think he's what, 26? Yeah. For 30 mil, I'd take a punt on Paqueta 100%.
He can't do right wing, but he can definitely play 10.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think I've seen him play right wing for West Ham, though, man.
Yeah, it's more. He can do it, but it's more like you'd rather like someone like I think Tyler Diblin's maybe a better profile of fit, maybe.
Yeah.
Even though doesn't Tyler Diblin play off the left, or am I going mad?
No, plays off the right.
Oh, he plays off the right. Okay.
Yeah, he plays off
Another
the
name I wanted to mention. I was trying to look for the name because I couldn't remember his name. Check out this player. Yeah, I've done a bit of scouting. Who?
Akliush?
No, plays for Porto. Rodrigo Mora.
I've heard his name mentioned.
18 years old. He is freaking cold, bro. Check him out. Like but he's a 10 and he can play off the flanks as well. He's cold, bro.
Is he fast?
He's rapid. Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of like his playing style. Obviously not obviously ability, but his playing style is like similar to Hazard, bro. I'm not joking.
Wow.
Like style, low center of gravity, very quick, fleet-footed. I think he normally plays in the 10, but he's played off the left as well. I think he can play on the right. I think if I'm not mistaken, he can play on the right as well. So
a lot of
people are, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
What? You know, do you remember that guy who was so quick? Soboslai was struggling when we played in the
Yokohama.
Yeah. He was a winger, right?
Man don't even know his name. Man just said the club.
But if he's the right winger and he's rapid, bro, it's bucket, bro, isn't it?
Yeah. People saying does he not play on the right, chat? He's 10 and left wing. That was my worry. But he's so, bro. This is not a. If we didn't get Florian Wirtz, I would say we need to get him, bro. Go check him out. He's cold, bro. Rodrigo Mora.
Do you think we are neglecting that right hand side? Because I think everyone just assumes Salah's going to play all the Premier League minutes, all the Champions League minutes. Yeah. Salah is getting older now, and we are playing in a system last season, especially whereby he wasn't asked to do as much defensive work and all of that stuff. And I'm not saying that he's going to have to increase that, but he's going to go AFCON. And let's be real, Egypt usually go quite far in that competition. He usually plays pretty much all those minutes. Are we really overlooking right-hand side of the attack? because I know everyone's going to say it's so difficult to sell a project to a player to come and sign for Liverpool when Salah's here, but he has got 2 years on his contract. He's got a 2-year deal. Now, we could be sitting there in a year's time saying, extend it from now. Let's not even let this go further. Are we neglecting that right-hand side? And if so, what do we need to do?
I think so.
I don't think we are, you know. I genuinely don't think we are. I know you lot disagree with me, but between Ekitike, Szoboszlai, and Frimpong, I do think you have enough cover in the squad for the AFCON. I do. I genuinely do. Maybe if it was a real long-term solution, that would be not ideal. Do you know what I mean? If you said something like 3 months or something like that, then be like, oh, okay, that's not really. But just for the AFCON, like Ekitike, Szoboszlai, and Frimpong, between the three, they are very talented footballers. I think we'll be all right. I do. I think
we
those
can
guys
get away
cover.
with it, but there needs to be
those guys can cover.
No, I agree with you. We can get away with it. I do think there needs to be some type of succession plan, and maybe that'll be next year when we actually address it, because it'll be, you know, Salah's got a year left. Who's going to take over? Now, the reason why I feel like Liverpool are even going so ham for Alexander the Great, which we'll speak about in a minute, is because if you get him, he kind of replaces the goals. That right winger doesn't have to now be Salah. He can just be whoever he is, as long as you're good. You don't have to be like a crazy goal-scoring unicorn. That's why getting Isak, again, I'm spoiling the show. In fact, let me not even speak about it because I'm spoiling it.
Yeah. I don't think it's more about Isak that I'm trying to get to. Maybe I've phrased the question wrong. I think everyone just expects Salah to just be injury-free and just free-flowing Salah all the time. Like, we have to factor in fatigue, injuries, away at AFCON, poor form. Like, I don't just want to see someone shoehorned in on that side.
But that's what will happen. We got Szoboszlai drifted and Frimpong.
Not even just that, bro. Do you want to know a fun fact? While I was doing some research for a show a week ago, do you know Florian Wirtz has actually played right wing more than he's played left wing in his career at Leverkusen?
It wasn't really right wing.
I'm just saying, if he's played right wing more than he's played left wing,
but it was really more 10. Yeah. I know what you mean. He played right. He's played right-sided 10.
Frimpong was the wing back, so Frimpong kind of acted as the winger in that system. It wasn't really Wirtz.
No, but he still played on the right side though, Cal, more than the left side. So if we're all saying he could cover left, he can also cover right.
Right 10 is so different from how Primo plays right wing. So different, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
remember, Bruno Fernandes plays left 10 or right 10 for Man United sometimes. He can't do a job on the wing for Man United.
I think Florian could do a job on the right wing if we needed him to.
But that's the thing. Do we want someone who can just do a job, or someone who can actually improve?
No, but we're talking about like horrible scenarios happening. We're not talking about ideal situations.
I gave 4 scenarios which could all happen.
They could, but
in the same way, we're sitting there saying we want Guehi because if Virgil comes out of form, injured, suspension, or anything, Guehi steps in and you're not panicking as such. Do we not need to address that with the right hand side?
Guys, we've got one of the best tactical managers in world football.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do think we look at it and go, we just assume that if Salah's not going to be there, who's going to replace him? I know, Drift, you might have said like maybe it's a bit much changing the system, but this manager is totally adaptable when it comes to formations and tactics. It's not beyond the realms of possibility in it where we could just change the formation, bro. Because Salah's our most devastating winger, right? Now you take out the most devastating winger.
Devastating player. Stop.
Yeah. Now what if I told you we're gonna play just for argument's sake, we're gonna play a diamond. Guess who's gonna play in that diamond? Our 3 best midfielders that we're trying to see who's the best. Gravenberch is at the base, McAllister's on the left, Szoboszlai's on the right, Wirtz is in the 10. Up front, you got Cody Gakpo and Ekitike. You're telling me that can't cook, and then you've got Kirkes and Frimpong bombing on the flanks. You're telling me that can't work with how we play football.
And Matt, you see yesterday's game, especially Cal. I don't know if you've seen the second game. I
saw the second game.
Guys, look how much Mo wasn't really moving. He don't need to anymore. He's got so many good runners and technicians around him now. He weren't doing no running. We might add another 3 years to his career at this rate.
Do you know why though?
He's using the ball as the runner now. The passing he was doing yesterday was out of this world, bro.
But
All
He's
pre-season.
expanding in that space now.
I'm
and
not
just flinging passes. It was crazy.
I'm not trying to take shots here at the ex right back who's no longer with us. Yeah, he's gone to another club. Yeah, but you see, Frimpong. The reason why Mo was able to do that is because Frimpong said, "Don't worry, Mo. You're not going to be by yourself. I'm going to break the line every time you have the ball, and they've got a decision to make. They're either going to have to track me or they're going to go towards you. If they go towards you, Mo, give me the ball." I'm telling you, Frimpong has unlocked a different Mo Salah because it's allowed him more space on the ball. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it does put a lot more pressure on the midfield now.
Bruv, there was a move that broke down, yeah? Bruv, Frimpong's desire to get back is insane.
I know it is. I know. No, but he might be so out of position that he can't get back.
That's true.
And then it does put a lot of pressure on the midfield. But I like it though, because it means that Mo can add a couple extra years in his career. If he's just gonna stand around now and ping 30-yard through balls, then we don't even need him to do any running, really. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's in the pockets, bruv. He's freed up the pockets.
Just keep yourself on side, Mo. That's all you got to do. That's the only running you got to do to make sure that you're on side. And when he's feeding, and you know why? Because we spoke about this before, so I know you lot already agree with this. Now we've got these other players, and you add Isak into that as well, which we'll get to. The way everybody shook of everybody, it goes back to the Bobby Mane days when no one knew what to do because they knew all three of our forwards will kill you. It did get like it wasn't really like that with Diaz and Nunes and all that. Not to be shady, and they didn't have fear in the opponent, even if they did cause damage. Now you've got Ekitike, Isak, and Wirtz, especially Isak and Wirtz. The way those two are going to put the fear in the opposition, and they've got to watch and monitor everything they're doing. Mo's got more space. Now they can't double up on Mo like they used to. So Mo's going to get bare one-on-ones, and he will do up your Clark on a one-on-one. He used to always get doubled and tripled and all that crap. Now, if he's got all that extra space, I'm expecting a lot more cut inside and top bins, because there'll only be one man marking him, not two. So he can actually do that cut inside, and there's no second player there to get him. Do you know what I'm saying? As you said, Matt, that guy with a one-on-one now's got to worry about the overlap from Frimpong. Shit, where do I go? Do I follow through? What do I do? And if the midfielders follow over to do that, Mo's just got to check back who's standing in all that space because everyone's followed. Florian, who's a player you don't give time and space to? Florian. They're not going to know what to do with us, you lot. They're actually not going to know. And then who's in the box waiting? They're not going to know what to do with us. It's going to be crazy.
I would have said diamond with Ekitike and Isak up front and Florian Wirtz in the 10 when we're Mo's at AFCON. I need to see that, by the way.
No,
when this clicks,
it's a shout.
It's going to be insane.
One name you didn't mention there was Gakpo, though. And Gakpo
those runs.
No, but Gakpo's
kind of back post runs.
He'll be one of the strikers in the diamond, though. Because
I think he split opinion this preseason, right? And I want to stick on him on the wing.
Okay.
We have to now speak about Rio. I sit and I tell you guys I don't want Rio rushed. But the way
no. Why would any of us want him to get beaten up? Jeez.
No.
In the real, if you watch it, we don't mean rush like that, bro. We just mean rush into the first team.
The way we saw him receive the ball yesterday, drive with the ball and finish the chance. That's a kid playing well beyond his years. I'm going to ask a question I never thought I'd have to ask. Is there a chance that he could take Gakpo's chain this season?
You're disrespecting Cody.
I'm not. No. God's honest. No, God's honest. I'm not disrespecting Cody. I'm not. I'm asking, do we have a talent that is so special he could take Gakpo's place in the team?
No, not yet. I think what it is though, he's just different to Gakpo. So like, Gakpo is a senior. Gakpo is production. People might not like the way how Gakpo plays the wing spot because it can be predictable. But one thing you're going to get from Gakpo is goals. And that's why I feel like he's still way ahead of Rio. Don't get me wrong, Rio scored a good goal. Gakpo is a big game player as well, you know.
Rio scored in the last two preseason friendlies, and both of them have been quality goals as well.
Gakpo responded with 2 goals of his own. One of them,
but this is what I'm saying. Like,
I gave Gakpo, asked you if I gave Gakpo 5 hours to respond, and he responded.
No, I agree. But is it not? Is it too crazy to suggest that Rio can take his chain this season? And if
Because
that's the case,
yeah,
then he's not ready yet. So do we still need a Rodrigo then?
No, because I think what Rio will do, Cal, is Rio will get cup games and he'll get maybe 10, 20 minutes, maybe depending on what type of Premier League game it is. And then it will be a slow integration. No rush thing, no pressure. It will just be a nice slot. I think Slot is one of the best managers I've seen so far at being able to actually deal with expectation and curbing the hype just to the right
you're missing
level.
my point, no, Drift. You're missing my point. Sorry to cut you, brother. We've been told by some fans we don't need Rodrigo because we've got Rio. But if I ask the question, can Rio take Gakpo's chain? The answer is no. You're being crazy, Cal. So which one is it? Because if I said to you right now, we signed Rodrigo, and I asked you both the question, would Rodrigo snatch Gakpo's chain this season? What's the answer going to be, boys?
There's more chance.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be like, there's a chance, but
there's way more. In my opinion, there's well, if it's the Rodrigo that I think he's gonna be,
I'm in that camp, so I'll give you my answer just from my point of view, because I'm in that we don't need Rodrigo, we've got Rio camp, right? But the reason why, bro, is because I'm also counting Ekitike on that wing, because I do believe Slot will deploy Ekitike on the left wing at times.
Play there, Drift. He won't play
bro,
there.
I personally think he will. I think Ekitike will play left wing sometimes. Gakpo will obviously be the senior left winger, and then Rio is third choice. Rio for the left side is third choice. That's just that's my opinion.
Friend, I don't see Hugo playing left wing personally. Maybe like if there's a injury during the game, but I just don't see him being deployed from get go. But you could be right. Maybe he does see him as a second choice left winger because of his versatility. But because I remember that when we signed him, they did say like, yeah, he's a multifunctional forward who can play across like the front three. So maybe that's something that they're looking at. But in regards to Rio, Gakpo's experience in that, Rio doesn't have that. And don't get me wrong, Rio, like you said, will get his minutes here and there, but he's not, in my opinion, gonna just take Gakpo's spot like that. It's not gonna work like that. Gakpo's actually too good. If we're looking at what Gakpo done last year, if he doesn't get injured, he probably would have been our second best forward. But he got injured, and he found it hard to get back into form because Gakpo was on a tear when we was at Anfield, scoring like 9 games in a row or something like that. Guy, mad. This is what Gakpo can do, bro.
I think it was 10.
Maybe I'm preaching to the choir, especially with you, Matt. Is the Rodrigo signing extremely important then, because he covers left-hand side? In my opinion, he's better than Gakpo. He can also cover right as well. He can also cover right as well. So then, does that mean we do need? But what happens to Rio's development if we sign Rodrigo as well? Then,
if you sign Rodrigo, in my opinion, there's gonna have to be some type of like long-term strategy. Like I said, Salah's not gonna be around forever, so there'll be a space. Like so, everyone will kind of go up one in terms of where they are once Salah leaves in 2 years. Remember, if we were to sign Rodrigo, it's not for 2 years. And not only that, you don't know what happens in football. Gakpo might even want a new challenge after like the next 2 years or whatever. It's hard to say, but you need to get the quality players in the door. What I will say though is this, and this is probably where Drift's gonna agree with me on this. As much as I want Rodrigo, do not put Rodrigo as a priority over Isak or a centre-back. Rodrigo should be the last signing that we make because we need centre-backs and we need a striker, because right now we only have one striker. So much as I want Rodrigo and I think he's cold, and you know I'm a massive Rodrigo fan, that can wait though. Like that can wait. Even if it was in January or next summer, that can wait. That's not a must. A defender is a must. Isak is a must. Because you can't go into the season, RIP Jota. Obviously, we've lost him, do you know what I'm saying? And like, we've only got Ekitike. And then at centre-back, we've only got the 2 seniors. And then you've got a centre-back in Joe Gomez who's never there. You can't prioritise Rodrigo over any of them. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah. I hear. Well. We will see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Look, I'm quietly intrigued about this situation. I think we will get at least one more forward, and that leads us nicely on to the next topic. He's become the man of the hour when it pertains to this transfer window.
Drift got the bomber.
Yeah. Sorry, let's bring it up on the screen. Indy has spoken, people. He has spoken. He has spoken. And this is what he's had to say. Bear me a sec. I'll just actually get it up on the screen so I can read it.
Do you want me to read it? It's already there. I can read it from here, you know?
Oh, no, I've got it now.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Cool.
Yeah. So it says exclusive transfer request and personal terms. Sorry, transfer request and personal terms agreed. Alexander Isak is ready to submit an official transfer request to leave Newcastle and join Liverpool. Our sources reporting that Alexander Isak has already agreed on personal terms with the Reds, signaling a strong desire to make this move happen. Meanwhile, Newcastle is not sitting idle. They're preparing bids for other targets as they look to secure a new striker, especially with the Sesko transfer on the brink. Shout out to Indy. I don't really think this is a bomber, personally, because we all kind of know what the situation is now. But
Yeah,
you were very skeptical about getting Isak after we got Ekatike, and you're still kind of keeping your powder dry in regards to Newcastle not being able to. Let's face it, Newcastle couldn't score in a brothel at the moment when he gets transfers over the line. How are you feeling now about this situation? Do you still
they can't
think
even attract Bonnie Blue, fam? How about that?
That's crazy.
They can't.
That's a Jamie Phillips line if I've ever heard one, bro.
They can't. And I'm wait. No, go on, Drift. Go on.
In fact, before you answer that, Drift, rumors coming out tonight are that Man United has stolen a march on Newcastle as it pertains to Sesko, and apparently Sesko might choose Manchester United. How devastating is that for us?
Well, guys, I know you lot disagreed with me when I said this a couple of shows ago.
No, Drift. I agreed with you on they needed to get a replacement. That's what I did say.
No, but in terms of me saying that it won't happen for us until they get it done, and you guys are more like, nah, it's got nothing to do with us who they get. Like, we'll just get him. I'm telling you, if they don't get the replacement, they're not letting him go. And
I agree with you.
At this point, they are all over the place in terms of their recruitment. Like, are they gonna get anybody in? Seriously, I did not know Newcastle could be this bad at negotiating deals or what have you. Like, they are getting turned down by everybody. Everybody.
All right.
I don't even know if Man United even want Sesko that much, because why did they take this long to go through?
All right. We're not Man United fans. We're not Newcastle fans. So I think we can look at this objectively. Shout out to Sam Max Legends. He says Sesko is smoking dope if he joins Scum United. I hear it, but I'll ask you both. If you're Sesko and you're a striker, would you rather your attacking partners be Gordon and Alanga or Cunha and then Bremer?
Forget all of that.
That's not all you got to think about.
No. I'll break down the question further, but just as a surface level question, which
Cunha and then Bremer is who I'd rather play with.
Okay,
yeah,
so that's the
facts.
So that goes in United's favor. Newcastle's money is tied up with PSR, so Man United can offer better wages, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I wouldn't say tied up with PSR. They've got a wage structure that they won't go above.
They can't go above at the moment. It's not won't. They can't go above at the moment.
But if you look at, you should be asking Sesko, where do you think you're going to develop your football best at which club? Which club do you think will give you a platform where you can get better?
I'm going to be real at the moment. I know Newcastle finished above Man United and everything, but Newcastle, the way they're moving, I'll be honest, if I'm a footballer right now, I'm looking at Newcastle thinking, all right, so you've got Isak and you're not going to let him go. You're trying to do everything not to let him go, even though you've not really achieved that much as what the project suggests, as what the project suggests. So if Isak goes and I'm the striker that goes in there, one, I've got big boots to fill. Two, you've not added to your attack apart from Malanga. You've not added to your midfield. You've not added to your defense, and all you've done is bring in Ramsdale for goalkeeper.
All right, wait there. They've got Champions League football. They signed Anthony Gordon. They improved him. He did get better when he left Everton.
Yeah.
They Jacob Murphy's.
Oh, how's a better coach?
No, so this is what I'm saying. So if I'm Newcastle, right? I've got to try and make Sesko understand why we got to Newcastle. I'd say, look what we've done.
Plus, Sesko's a Man United fan as well.
All right, hear me out. All right, cool. I'll say, all right, Sesko, look what we did for Alexander the Great. We took a chance on him. We helped him get to where he is now. I understand it doesn't look good. We're not gonna do that if you want to leave. But yeah, we can get you where you need to go, like for the future. They've got one of the best midfields in the Premier League, so he'll feel like there's good stability behind him. Yes, we're on the defense ain't bad, but we've got two very, very good wing backs in Livramento and Lewis Hall. Like, bro, Newcastle actually developed players. Bruno Guimaraes has gotten better since he left Lyon. Joe Linton was a striker that's been converted into a midfielder. Tonali, you know, all the scandal aside, he's doing well. So Newcastle actually improved players. If you go look at Man United, every single player that's gone there has gotten worse. Case in point, Sancho, finished. Anthony, finished. Who else did they sign? Højlund, finished. The list can go. I could name you so many players, right? There's not one player that's gone to Man United and you thought he's gotten better. The last person that actually done well for them was probably Bruno Fernandes. He's probably the only one that I can genuinely think of and gone, he left Portugal and he's actually like done well. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Look at Zertsky, Cal. Like, there's another one. Look at Ugarte. They're all failing. They are all failing under different, like, there's nothing going right there. Now,
like
the problem is, though, what's that?
Those felt like direct shots at me, but
No, I'm just reading the names. No, but what I'm gonna say is, but for Newcastle, this is where it gets techie. You see how I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
Rejected. Trafford rejected them. Guehi, Hoyson, Kudus, João Pedro, and
No, you haven't got a graphic, Matthew.
Delap and Ekatike. All of these players have rejected Newcastle. Sorry, Jeff, we can't see you. I'm gonna take off the screen. But Drift, you can see all the players, yeah. You look, they've even got me at right midfielders. People call me Matt and Bremo, right? All right, cool. So even I've said no to Newcastle. How do you now convince Sesko?
Them too.
Yeah, so even though I've given a great pitch in how we improve players, Sesko might look at it and go, yeah, but no one wants to go to you. So why should I? So I'm almost like having a battle with myself here. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's tough, bro. What do you think of that list, guys? That list is crazy.
Drift, I don't know if you agree. I don't think it's as cut dry. Like, if you'd asked me this in May, do I go Newcastle or Man United? Then yeah, I'm picking Newcastle all the time. But right now, seeing how they're being run, the fact that they ain't added to the squad, gonna be losing Isak. Anthony Gordon come out and said he wanted out last summer and still potentially might want out. Livramento wants out. Like, bro, this project ain't really being the project that we all thought it would be. I don't think it's a clear cut that Sesko should just go Newcastle instead of United. Like, we don't like United as Liverpool fans, innit?
Yeah.
But Newcastle,
no, I agree. Yeah.
But who do you think? Man. I know
you spoke about earlier. Is Newcastle an attractive proposition right now, guys?
Nah, not at the moment. Then, no.
Unfortunately, it's not. But they got. But the thing is, football isn't one on paper. So Man United with their players, with say they got Sesko, so they got Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha. That's their front three, yeah. But I look at Man United's defense and think, okay, like who's?
Yeah, Man United should not be buying strikers right now, Matt. They should be trying to buy midfielders and defenders and a goalkeeper. It's literally they
Newcastle
really
actually have a better balance. Newcastle have a better balanced team. I trust Newcastle more than I trust Man United. I trust them more.
Even without Isak, I definitely think most people can agree there's more of a chance Newcastle will finish higher up the table than Man U.
Yes. Even with Cunha and Mbeumo. Because their midfield is unbalanced. And their defense is, bro, they brought back.
It's going to be Xerxes playing up front if they don't buy a forward. But yeah, if they buy a Sesko, where do they get the money from to go and buy a midfielder and a defender?
Don't worry, they're going to reintegrate.
Anyhow, they start the season with Casemiro and Ugarte.
They're finished.
I promise you, Arsenal will run through them like a knife through butter.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be crazy. They really think Mbeumo and Cunha, who in their own right are very good players, but they really think those two players are going to save them if they don't get defense and midfield sorted out. Oh no, they're going to get a rude awakening, and they've still got Onana in goal,
and they're still rocking Maguire in big 2025.
Yeah, and still they start until they
sorry, not
change
Maguire.
all of that.
Even though he's
Lindelof,
kind of,
bro. Big Lindelof in 2025.
No,
bro.
it's Luke Shaw. They brought him back.
Yeah,
Luke Shaw in 2025.
Again, are we looking at this simplistic? Because we all seen what a very good attack can do to a team. Like 13-14 guys, when you look back at it, defense was really bad. Midfield weren't great, but the attack was magic. And I'm not saying Man United are going to do what we did in 13-14 by any stretch. But are we sleeping on the fact that Cunha and Berman, if they do get Sesko or Ollie Watkins, is a massive, massive upgrade to what they had last year attacking wise? Because let's be real, there were games where Man United could have scored a few goals, but they're Highland, bro.
He's the worst striker in the Prem, you know that?
He might be the worst striker in the world.
Highland, bad.
So no, Matt, I promise you will struggle to find a worse striker than Highland.
He's got no attributes. Like when I say to you, he can run, but that's it. He can just run.
Football's funny, isn't it? Because 2 years ago, I thought he looked like he had so much potential, and I don't know where.
Bro, do you know what it is? It's because his name was Haaland, and we're thinking it could be a Haaland thing.
No, you know what? I watched some of them early games, and I was like, "There's a player in there."
Yeah, bro, he has.
I don't know what's happened.
I know what you're saying though. He has, but even Zertsky,
that guy was never good. I don't know why.
No. This is what's like disagree. Zertsky has, in my opinion, more ability than Højlund. It's just that
he's
because Højlund's more of a runner, he suits that system more. But Zertsky has got way more footman ability. But even his like confidence. Remember when he got taken off like half time or something, and like from there, he just the
same.
There's a lot going on.
I think Zertsky works better for them with Mbeumo and Cunha than Highland does, though. So
yeah. Zertsky would definitely
now he does because he's got runners that can run beyond him.
Yeah,
Cunha and Mbeumo run beyond him.
And the three of them are technical footballers, meaning that they'll be able to keep the ball well and pass rondos and. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they're good technically. So the ball will stick more. Highland, the ball just bounces off of him and he just wants a wrestling match anyway.
Man United fans, I don't think they dislike Zertsky. They obviously want an improvement, but they did test Highland.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't stand him, bro.
Yeah, they can't stand the guy.
He's just right. He might be the worst striker in the world. And we don't even know who the players in the world are, bro. We just know that he's the worst.
Yeah,
I'm definitely taking a chance on some young Brazilian kid who plays for Flamengo than I am Højlund. That's for damn sure.
No, facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm taking a punt on someone down at Power League, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen a couple ballers down at Power League.
So bad,
I'm
bro.
willing to give it a go.
I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand why, though, they continuously play him.
They've got no choice, and they spent 77 mil, bro. They're hoping it works,
bro. I would have played. I mean, I think they did already try this. I would have played Bruno Fernandes.
77 mil, guys. Matt, you know what that would be like? That would be like paying 100 grand for a PlayStation.
I'm gonna be real with you. See if Man United actually got
facts.
And PS2
as well,
bro.
The money Man United spend, if they had got their recruitment 25% better, you know they'd have probably won a Premier League. That's how bad.
I think it'd have to be more like 50% better, Cal. Their recruitment's been horrendous.
No, Drift. If you look at the signings since Alex Ferguson up until today, 25% of those signings, if 25% was better, if they had a better ratio of a 25%, they'd have won a Premier League with the money that they spent.
I don't know.
I think just right. It might have to be 50, but
more like 50, bro.
They have the money, Cal. They have the money.
If they spent the money better,
if they had Michael Edwards
the money better
and Richard Hughes, bruv, I'm not gonna. I hate to even say this, If they had Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes who actually know what they're doing, Man United could actually be frying up this league because they have the money. They've had the money for so many years and they've just wasted money. Again, how much did thingy cost?
They might have the worst recruitment out of all of the top 6 teams. Like easily the worst recruitment.
Did you say might?
Look
They
at
easily do. Out of the top 8 teams, bro.
just
No, because I'm
ju-
not gonna lie. Over the years, Tottenham have dropped a lot of doozies as well. We can't even like
Not as many as
ignore that.
United.
I think Man United have more though, way more clangers.
No, I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying Tottenham have dropped a lot of doozies in the transfer market.
I'm gonna
as
kill this
well,
conversation dead drift. Onana. Name me a signing Tottenham have made worse than Onana.
There ain't one still.
Name me a signing Tottenham have made that's worse than Højlund.
No, yeah,
Two
that's
ends of the
true.
pitch
That's
and
actually
both
true.
doo-doo. Guys,
Is there no? Yeah.
Man
No,
United
you're
team
right.
is
Yeah, you're right.
awful.
You know, I wanted to give them some grace, but no, you're right. They do. The for real, it is
Onana and
unquestionably
Højlund
worse.
at both ends of the pitch is terrible
fucking
recruitment,
hell.
bro.
Yeah, it has. It's been shocking, absolutely shocking.
Anthony,
I know.
Sancho. But you know how
I
much
think I
money
saw. I
they
think
spent
I
on that
saw
front
somebody's.
three?
Guys,
The
check
other
the
day,
private
someone
chat.
was
You know you
talking
want to say it,
about
but
how-
we can't say it.
Oh, you can't. But it's there in my mind, bro.
But it's there. You know it's there
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man, no.
But I feel like
You
Uncle
know-
Ruckus, bro. I feel like Uncle Ruckus.
You know Ajax, yeah. Apparently, Ajax never get more than 40 mil for anyone who leaves the club, apart from Anthony.
What?
Like all the dons that leave Ajax, your Gravenberches, they never get more than 40 M's. Anthony's like the only one apparently where they.
What
got
about Frankie
more.
De Jong? No?
Yeah, Frankie De
I
Jong.
think he went for around 35 mil, didn't he?
Nah,
No,
it's
De
more than
Jong and De Ligt, I think, might have been the only
yeah,
other
they
two.
got good money for as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I wasn't even. I didn't even fact check
Even
it, but I was just
the
thinking that's funny
Liverpool,
that
they
Man
went-
United came along and spent all that
they
money.
went
Bruv,
and
I'm
got
not
De
gonna
Ligt.
lie. I
Harry
thought De Ligt was gonna be
Maguire.
the truth for Ajax. He
Bruv,
again.
Lit, Harry Maguire. They brought back Evans. Oh, brother.
Johnny
He's the
Evans in
worst
big
recruitment in the
24.
top
you
Nah,
know.
is there no one Spurs bought that we thought this stinks?
Richarlison's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah,
That costs big money, and you think to yourself,
but here's a
"Steve,
killer. Richarlison's better than Højlund. I can't believe I'm saying
way
this.
better,
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah,
way
yeah.
better."
I can't believe we're saying that. Do you know how bad Højlund is for Richarlison to be way better than you, bro?
Even
That is-
saying. Man United
it.
have got the worst recruitment out of the top 8
Yeah, they do.
by
yeah.
by a mile.
Hold on,
Yeah.
why are you saying top 8? I'd even argue say Brighton have better recruitment than them.
Yeah,
And
The more I'm
Newcastle.
thinking about it, they might actually have worse recruitment than everybody.
Newcastle got
But
better
money
Pound
recruitment.
for pound.
Newcastle got better recruitment. Bournemouth got better recruitment. Bournemouth and Brighton have got better recruitment.
brother,
Yeah.
Malacia,
Yeah,
Malacia.
it's dark.
He had
I
one
think they
good game against Salem. We got told he was the lockup
Bruv,
king.
one
bro.
of their best players is Patrick Dorgu, fam.
How? Oh my! Van der Beek. Remember this one? bro?
Yeah,
I forgot about it, man.
they absolutely ruined his career. Absolutely ruined it.
Bastian Schweinsteiger was training with the under-21s. World Cup man of the match winning. Bastian Schweinsteiger went Man United and they made him train with the under-21s. It is the worst institution in football.
They
Yeah.
tried to end Di Maria. How about that?
Depay, they bought the pie as well.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. Do you remember
Weghorst.
when they bought? Do you remember when they bought Uncle Wigalu?
Weghorst. Weghorst.
And you never guess what? Weghorst is still better than Højlund.
Weghorst is actually a pretty
No,
decent.
no,
striker.
Weghorst
right.
better than Højlund.
No, guys, it gets worse. Remember Morgan Schneiderlin?
Flipping.
No,
hell.
but when Schneiderlin was at Southampton, he was good.
No, but
Exactly.
they
Drift.
destroy players. No matter how can you nearly destroy Di Marie? Do you know how great Di Marie is?
No, man.
Di Marie, one of the best wingers
No,
of his generation,
no.
bro.
I take it all back. I take it all back. Sesko can't go United. I take it all back. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
somebody clip this up and get it over to Sesko for him
Yeah,
to
I
know
take
what
it
I
all
want.
back.
He
For
might not know all of that. You know what I
take it
mean?
all back. Alexis
real. Remember when
Sanchez.
they-
Oh
remember when
my
they got
Sanchez.
They had
Oh
him playing
my-
piano like you Stevie Wonder in the stadium, you lot. What we doing?
And then he fell off a cliff like a waterfall, bro.
No.
There's so
I'm
many
sorry.
players,
I'm
bro.
sorry. Newcastle, I apologize. I apologize.
Matic. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole thing that they did with Sanchez playing the piano for him to be that bad was hilarious.
It's diabolical, bro.
It was, oh my days.
Nah. Mason Mount. No,
Yeah, you know what?
Sesko can't be
Mkhitaryan.
that
Do you remember how they ruined Mkhitaryan?
Mkhitaryan.
Ah, Lukaku.
For real?
Pogba.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
bad.
they, you know, no, but this is also bad coaching as well. This ain't even
It is.
recruitment.
No, but it's a
this
no,
is
but
bad
what was,
coaching.
no, but Drift, some of the players that went there are actually very, very good players. Like you said, bro, they had Zlatan. Remember, Zlatan helped them win 2 trophies under Mourinho along with Pogba, innit? For them, I think they won a Europa. And
ain't it funny that the hindsight of it all is that Mourinho had the best spell post Fergie?
Yes,
ain't that crazy? And they see him as one of the worst ones, but he actually had the best spell.
Varane,
Valdez,
Varane,
Zaha.
No, that was while Thingy was still there, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Fergie was still there when they had Zaha.
I can't believe, bro. Some of these players that they had, were some serious players, and they just destroyed all of them. Every single one of them. No one's gone to Man United and prospered.
Ronaldo went to Piers Morgan so he could get his contract terminated.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Big bad
man
Ronaldo.
said, I couldn't believe it. I walked in the shower and my name was still etched in the side. They haven't changed it for a decade.
These times then they didn't even fix the roof. Remember, the roof wasn't fixed. Remember?
The roof's still not fixed.
Old Trafford come like the poop cruise, rude boy. Have you lot seen? Have you lot?
No, that's a violation. Bro. Oh yeah, Cavani.
Yeah.
Amrabat. No.
Falcao.
Darmian.
Martial.
Ballon d'Or Martial.
They ruined that guy. Ballon d'Or nominee, you know. They ruined that guy.
This is such Alex Telles, the Porto left back. He was cold at Porto.
Yeah, he was there as well.
They've ruined everybody, bro.
Yeah, Man United is a graveyard for players. Someone get this to Sesko immediately.
Yeah, Sesko goes Man United. He's
if he goes Man United, he's Sesko, bro. He ain't Sesko no more.
If I'm in Buemo and Cunha and they're listening to this show,
they're calling him Tesco. You know?
I am nervous now.
Sesko, Tesco.
But they've been in the Premier League, Cal. They should know better. So it's more for them, to be honest.
Oh my days, Fellaini. Nah. Remember Moyes ball? Fellaini up front. Nah, drop me out, bro.
They actually haven't got a transfer policy.
They don't. It's just vibes.
They don't.
It's vibes. Vibes and nonsense.
It's literally.
You know what? Their transfer strategy is like a 12-year-old playing Football Manager.
Yeah,
I wasn't like this on Football Manager at 12.
No. But what it is, you have to kind of do the individual training and whatever. You just skip training. It's a 12-year-old that's just got Football Manager.
No, I weren't like
picking players.
No. We're not gonna do disservice to 12-year-olds, bro. This is Stevie and Robbie settings. Marcus Rojo.
Oh my, Rojo.
Victor Valdez.
I forgot they had Valdez, you know?
They got Valdez, bro.
McFred. I mean Fred, but McTominay and Fred.
McTominay's thriving in Italy now, bro.
Bruv, he got player of the year. How? He got player of the year. McTominay got player of the year in Serie A last year, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if that says something about Man U or it says something about the Italian league. I don't know which one it says something.
No,
about.
do you know what it is, Drift? Because what's it? There's been players. I don't know who was the last serious player from the Italian league to bad at the Prem. There hasn't been many, has there?
Not really.
Shoot, there isn't. Surely there must be
one.
Tonali
is probably the best one I can think.
Is Tonali the best one?
Wan-Bissaka, another name.
Smaldini. I forgot about him. Zola. Yeah, Zola's really going back, you know.
Yeah, you might have to go all the way back to Zola.
Well, Salah came from the Italian league.
Oh, yeah, obviously Salah. Obviously, Salah.
Yeah. So I thought we are talking about actual Italians. Like that's what I thought we was talking about.
That's a good point. Yeah, Italian, it would have to be Tonali and Zola.
Tonali and Zola,
Jorginho as well. You gotta give George.
To be fair, Jorginho's done well.
I don't think Jorginho ever reached levels, man.
Jorginho's
he wasn't rubbish or a disappointment, but I don't think
he was
ever
good though.
reached. I don't think he ever reached levels though.
When he was at Chelsea, I just thought he was good. I thought Jorginho was a good player, but nothing exceptional.
Oh my god! Remember when they told us Adnan Januzaj was the next big thing as well?
Well, when they told us Makeda was as well.
Jacuzzi?
Jeez.
Remember Makeda?
Every time my brother used to bring him up, don't talk to me about Jacuzzi, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember Makeda, Federico Makeda?
Yeah. Man United stinks. Man.
Scored 2 goals to stop Liverpool winning the league. Never seen again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Dan James.
Oh my days, bro.
Dan James.
I'm telling you, man.
Man United's recruitment is diabolical.
As much as we cast some of the players that they do sign, they do sometimes sign good players and just ruin them. Like genuinely, the only one that's actually done well, I hate to say it, is Bruno Fernandes. All jokes aside, Bruno Fernandes is the only one. He's the only one.
Bruno's
maybe being a rat means that you're so used to poison that the
that is crazy.
Only drifty.
That is crazy. Used to poison.
Well, don't they say that rats become immune to poison?
They've effectively survived most things. Them and cockroaches, isn't it?
There you go, bro.
Yeah,
you look how mad.
Boy, crazy.
And it
people
also means you're used to the shit.
Yeah, for real. Well, people, let's help these super chats. Shout out to Andre, says happy B-Day, Cal. Loudest self beard prop though, hater. Cool. Cool. Haters. Punjabi Firmino says happy birthday, Cal. Have an apple juice on me. Big up yourself. Appreciate it. I can get 2 bottles of apple juice with that $1.99. I appreciate that. Still some of the finest on the market as well. I just wanted to highlight this because you're going to make the list. Taylor says happy birthday. Sorry, Team Kopish, happy birthday to the guy on the left. I can't even say the brother's name because of the bad luck bro has on transfers, life, etc. I'm not taking the risk still. So Taylor, you're on the list. Rohit, 50 has not looked better. Big up to Rosa says, I do graphic design and fashion, want to praise the thumbnail. I can't create credit for that. Shout out to Football with Ends. Me and him have been going back and forth and he helped with the thumbnail. So I got to give flowers to Ends for that.
Big up Ends each and every time.
Nate says, Cal, do you see a Naki Williams in the mirror? So that's, you've made the list as well.
Williams, you know.
Rohit says, Arts Cal had a match was yesterday at Anfield. Ibu locked him up. Again, Rohit, you've also made the list for the second time now. This is literally racism at its finest. Lee says, Verts is no Zizou. Isak is no R9. Real as the Galacticos didn't win too much. I'd be wary of trying to build a super team. Happy birthday to Cal. I hear it, but I think we have a nice balance in the team, Lee. But yeah, you're right. You can sometimes overcook it, but I think we've got a good balance. Ali says, Cal, Frimpong locked up Williams yesterday. Locked Williams up was very good. I don't know if you've said this to me specifically. I mean, I think Williams is good. I also think Frimpong had a good game, but I still think Frimpong has to do a bit more to prove himself defensively, personally. But it's a very good start. Lucas says Cal bought 100 kits. Of course, he has no money. Big up, man. Big up, Luca.
You'll be devastated to know that the long sleeves are out of stock, and they have no idea when they're coming back in stock.
They'll have to bring it back. I'll speak to John.
Hold on, what already?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's getting patterned.
The only long sleeves left are extra large.
No, we'll get that pattern. That can't be right. That bro, that's insane.
That's calm, bro. I'll get one and take it to the
I don't think they knew how much the influx of people was gonna go to the long sleeve.
Oh no, they knew, but they're trying to create the hype.
They
create the hype after the first set, and then they'll kind of bring it all back. So
Sam Max says, guys, did you see Burj.
Burj
Oh,
Khalif.
this is in Dubai. Lit up in LFC red for the kit launch. Shout out to the UAE Kop-Ish. We are number one. F Madrid, Scum United, and Barca. That was a beautiful thing that they did, man. That was lovely. Zoab says Van Heck and Zabani for like 30 to 40 million each.
I hate to say, I think Van Heck is a terrible defender. You know,
I think Zabani. I go as far as saying I think Zabani was better than Huijsen last season, but I think Huijsen has a brighter future.
Matt, why do you think Van Heck's terrible? He's not terrible,
bro. I watched him a lot of Brighton this season. Gone drift. He is bad, bro.
I don't think he's great. Bad.
Bro, we don't want.
I'm not saying I'd have him at Liverpool, but I don't think he's bad. I wouldn't go that far.
I think if we got him instead of Guehi, trust me, we will all complain.
Oh no, I wouldn't want that. No,
trust me, I don't think he's good at all. You know,
but I would take him as fourth choice. Like if you said to me that Joey was moving on and we were going to buy Guehi and him, and he would be the fourth choice, I'd take that. Yeah, I'd take.
I don't know what people see in him. I just think because he can pass, he's defending is. Some of the I watched a lot of Brighton last year, but I'm telling you, we wouldn't like it.
Shout out to Just Lab says Cal Tyler Morton, talk to me. I've said it already, man. We're losing a real one. You guys will see. You guys will see. You know, in a year's time, we'll be, Tyler's not too bad, and I'll be like, okay, cool. LBO4, the fraudulent Sanderson group is if Isak doesn't join, it will get an Isak. Don't worry, man. You're making a list again for the 7th time, though, LB, bro. Like, if you hit 10, bro, I'm gonna have to create a special list for you. Sam Max Legend says PSG will be the main threat to LFC in the Champions League this season. I'll also throw Barcelona into that as well. I think Barcelona's team.
We also have to put Arsenal in there now. They've got Glockerers.
Cool. Yeah, your words, not mine. Sean Yes says Tyler Morton, FIFA 19. Cool. All right, cool. So Scraps says, has anyone seen Cal and Inaki Williams in the same room? All right, cool. More racism, because that's what we do on Kopish, isn't it? Big up Scraps though. Sam Max Legend says Isak, Guehi, and Rodrigo this window, or all three. So Isak, Guehi,
Isak and Guehi and Rodrigo this window.
Or all three. No, we want all. We want them. Yeah, we want all three.
Yeah, Isak.
Do you lot still believe that's possible?
I think it's possible. I just don't think we're going for Rodrigo now.
Yeah, it's possible, but not probable.
Yeah. Sharif said, guys, Bradley has growing pains, same like Stephen B. When his body stops growing, he won't get injured as often. Join the stream late. But just FYI.
Do you know what? I big up Sharif every time. You know what? Let me just give you a little insight into Conor Bradley's injury record while we're there, because I'm
not gonna lie. I thought you were about to drop something that you and Sharif cooked up for a second. I was gonna cut the stream, bro.
I got shook. No,
don't do it. Don't do it.
When I heard you say shout out to Sharif, I thought, nah, this ain't happening again, bro.
Don't do it.
So here, these are the injuries that he has had in the last 2 seasons. In 23-24, he had a back injury and it kept him out for 25 games. In 23-24, he had an ankle injury that kept him out for 6 games. And then in 24-25, he had a hamstring injury that kept him out for 9 games. And again, in 24-25, he had a muscle injury that kept him out for 8 games. So in total, he missed 31 games in 23-24. And in 24-25, he missed 17 games. His injury record is worse than I thought it was. I can't lie. Yeah, his injury record is worse than I thought it was.
Shout out to Jade Activist says you can't sell that in a World Cup year. That's regarding players coming in for Mo. 1 in a million. Big up 1 in a million. It's been a while. I hope you're well. Look at ATK who played at Plymouth. Look who will be sold. ATK played at Plymouth. You're gonna have to go into a bit more detail.
At the kid? Look at the kid who played Plymouth? Look, I don't. Yeah, I'm not actually sure
Yeah.
what
Let us
ATK
know,
means.
please. Even if it's not a super chat, bro. Jay says we can play 4-4-2 when AFCON happens. Yeah, Matt did say that as well. That's a shout still that I didn't think about. Micah says still think you lot get 2 centre backs and Isak and Rodrigo. If that happens, that's the dream.
Oh, he was saying, look at the attacking players when we play Plymouth.
Oh, okay.
When we got knocked out of the FA Cup.
Yeah. If
Okay.
Micah, if we get 2 centre backs, Isak and Rodrigo, it's the greatest summer that we could have ever imagined.
Yeah, that's
Joe
the dream.
says, Cal said next summer window, we will all know whose fault for our transfer shortcomings. Is it Klopp's fault or FSG's fault? No fence talk, bro. It's time. Technically, it's not time because the summer window hasn't shut yet. So, Joe, short for Joseph, I presume. We're gonna have to revisit this one at the end of the window. As of right now, though, put me on the spot on my birthday week and that mad. As of right now, it's inconclusive. Simply because we don't know what's going to happen between now and the end of the window, so we can't give a definitive answer here on Kopish. I'm sure that question was addressed to everyone, not just me. You probably just ran out of space with the super chat, so we'll I
mean, he literally said your name, G.
I know, but the super chat only gives you a certain amount of characters, and Cal
next summer we will window we will know his fault and
isn't it?
Is it Klopp's fault or FSG's fault? He's asking you directly, to be fair.
And I said we haven't got enough evidence to stipulate either yet.
You haven't got enough evidence?
No.
2 windows have passed, though. 2 summers.
I know, but yeah.
Not enough evidence after 2 years.
No, because this window hasn't shut yet. I learned from the best politician on the show. Jackie says, big up Mac. But that Sobo grab pivot was cold. Nah, it was great problem for Slot.
I'm not gonna lie, Soboslai has been hiding that range of passing for 2 years.
Sobo's been hiding that whole thing for 2 years, bro. He ran the game. He actually ran the game.
Yeah,
controlled the game, bro.
The way he was pinging those 40-50 yarders was crazy.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Him wearing the number 8 shirt still. If you squinted your eyes a little bit, boy, in the Adidas kit as well. I don't know, man.
Hey, boys, is this Adidas kit not the sexiest thing you've ever seen? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I look at the shirt, I'm just like, I need it in my life.
Oh no,
like,
the shirt is cold, bro.
Do you know how tempted I was, guys?
Oh man, I like the away one as well, though.
If you buy the home and away at the same time, the Liverpool official site is giving you 10% off. If you buy them both at the same time.
I swear.
And I really wrestled with my own conscience about whether it was a good idea or not. They're in the basket right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Them kits are special, man.
They are beautiful.
I'll wait till you see the 3rd kit. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Nah,
I think September the 1st, they said the green one.
Yeah, I think so. It's a wrap. It's done.
Jay says drift with that Wallace Yan love from Flamengo. Pick out yourself, Jay, as always.
Them young Flamengo strikers, you don't know.
Jay says United are Ferguson merchants. Jokes. Ferguson merchants is a joke. AJ Knows Ball says big up Kopish. How did Chiesa look yesterday? # justice for Chiesa. I missed the game as I'm in Miami doing my best Pitbull impression. Dale. He played.
I think Chiesa was okay.
He played.
He was part of a couple of breaks. Remember when he played that great? Remember he played that great ball through for the youngster after he's the one who turned and did the counter attack. Had a couple of decent touches, pops around the corner. He wasn't terrible.
No, he wasn't terrible. You're right. He wasn't
terrible.
Yeah, he was all right.
AJ Knows Ball says happy birthday, Cal. Treat the young in some EAFC 26. FIFA 19 had Neymar at PSG, Barca, Messi at Barca, and Cal with no beard. Very true. Very true. Actually, very hard to pick teams because I forget who was where in 2019. But again, it's learning, isn't it? Sheikh Abdi says Amarim and United promising
That
Sesko
picture's
anything
crazy.
at all good career-wise. Joining them is like the scum government promising man affordable housing, all scam. Facts. That's actually fact.
Affordable housing, you know.
Micah says, guys, we are going back to the 05, 09 and 18 to the 23 days where English clubs dominate Europe. Can genuinely see all four in a semi-final. Not with PSG and Barca there, I can't. Barca are going to be a real problem in knockout competitions, I feel.
Yeah,
I don't
PSG
think
would be
he's
there as
far.
well.
I don't think he's far wrong though. You know, because
Not yet.
Arsenal did well last year. Chelsea actually historically since Abramovich days do well in Europe, and obviously City you can't count them out.
I actually think City are the ones that might let the teams down. I actually think Chelsea are built for cup competitions at the moment. Arsenal seem to have a knack of getting further at the moment. Man City are the sketchy ones at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks around Man City in the league
Yeah.
and in the Champions League. Yeah.
1 in a million says Slot lost trust in Elliott, Chiesa, Nunes, and Diaz. I don't think he lost trust in Diaz. I just think Diaz wanted something.
Agreed.
Jay says United's history is spooky without Ferguson. It's worse than spooky, bro. It's actually worse than spooky.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's bad.
like
Ferguson is
devastating.
Man United. That's the reason why they're so adamant he has to be the best. And
Yeah.
I hear it. Boys, before we wrap up, anything you want to add? Anything you guys got coming up that you want to tell the people about?
Keep an eye on socials. I might have something this week on my YouTube channel, so keep an eye on that one. Trying to cook something up, so bear with me, people.
Cool.
Just and join me tomorrow for another rival watch. You have Arsenal playing Villarreal. I want to see what Glockers has got to offer. So guys, make sure you join me. 5 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
Let me check.
1 in a million says Sobo best passing shooting is from left side. He was forced at 10/right side to cover for Trent and pressing, swapping Trent and Verts unlocks left centre midfield. Sobo potentially look. Sobo, he's been one of the winners from this preseason. I'll be real with you, man. He looks so accomplished in that midfield. So long may that continue.
Facts.
Long may that continue. But people, look, we are going to wrap up there. Oh no, we're not just yet. Joey says, Cal, stop being unethical. Answer the question. This is your words, bro. Drift and Matt, don't allow him to steal my super chat. Wow.
Bro, man says steal it. Cal, you gotta answer the question, bro.
All right. I'm gonna be really honest then.
Brace yourself. The man sat back with like this.
I think Klopp had a very old school way of looking at things. And I think because he stepped away from training and tactics and left that to Linders, I think he lost sight of transfers. And I think he got disillusioned with the transfer market. And I think because of that, that's why we couldn't come to agreements. And that's why we couldn't come to a united front with regards to transfers with Klopp in the last couple of years of his reign. And I think you saw that with Edwards and Ward leaving and why we ended up with players like Nunes as opposed to players that they suggested.
The fuck is that?
Klopp deserved the power, but in hindsight, it was the worst mistake. So I don't take anything away from him. And the owners left him out, owners left him to hang out to dry a couple times in his tenure. But in the last couple of years, for me, it was on Klopp. I know how that's going to go down in the community. I said I'd be honest, so I'm honest. Thanks again, Joey, for backing me into a corner on my birthday week and that. I appreciate you. I said slot. Micah says Arsenal pool Champions League final. I don't personally see that happening.
No.
My anxiety would never be able to deal with it.
I don't see that happening.
I don't see Arsenal getting to the final, but I could be so wrong. I see us getting to the final though, especially if we get Isak. You know.
1 in a million says, stop saying Klopp deserved extra power. That means Edwards and Ward deserve less. It is zero sum. Very true the way you look at it like that. I think we had a great thing going with Klopp, Edwards, and
yeah,
it got broken up. We saw the results of that. And yeah. Joey says, was it Klopp's fault? Yes or no? None of this, bro. Brother, I just answered Joe. What more do you want from me, brother? I just answered Joe. Joe, what more do you want from me, bro? Do you want me to get rushed? Like, what more do you want me to say, Joe? I've said it. I've said it, Joe. I've said it. I've said it, Joseph. In hindsight, Klopp shouldn't have got that sort of power.
Do you know what's crazy? Because I don't want to get involved in this conversation, but you know, Nunes is the only perceived bad signing that Klopp made. Is this not a bit of a false narrative that once Klopp was the one who was picking players we signed? But what poor player apart from Nunes did we buy under Klopp?
He's not poor, but we did also buy Endo as well.
He's a great signing, bruv.
Great is crazy.
Would you say? Would you? Well,
the way Endo was facilitated the cover and done his job at such a cheap price, bro.
Endo
he was a great signing.
Would you say Minamino was successful in your opinion?
But Minamino was while the sporting directors were still involved. That wasn't. I
think that was a Klopp signing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Them man, Julian.
I swear, Minamino. No, I swear, because Klopp said
Carvalho, Calvin Ramsey as well.
I'm sure that those two were bought while we still had the sporting director.
No, Artemello as well.
Because Julian Ward's last thing to do was buy McAllister. Therefore, he was here when the midfield. He was here just before the midfield rebuild. Those players were before that,
bro.
So that was when we still had sporting directors.
Klopp definitely wanted Minamino. That is definitely like
the time Klopp had power was from when we did the Henderson and then man leave and we rebuild the midfield until he left, which was what, 2 years?
I'm gonna double check. Klopp definitely wanted Minamino.
Klopp had power for 2 years.
Klopp definitely wanted Minamino, 100%.
I'm not saying he didn't want him. I'm saying that was when we still had sporting directors. So he wouldn't have been the one who was the only one who was making those decisions.
He had the majority of the power, so he could veto them guys and just be like, no. Hence
No,
why
I
they
think
left.
managers have always got that power regardless.
No, Slot don't have that power.
No, apparently if Slot doesn't want the player, then they won't go ahead with it.
No,
like,
but
they
they'll be
still go to the manager and they're like, do you actually want this player or not?
So Minamino joined in the 1920 season. Was Edwards still not here?
Of course, Edwards was still there then, man.
Yes, no, we're not saying that. Remember, we're not saying that Edwards wasn't here or Ward wasn't here. But they might have been here, but they had no power. No, the power was taken away and given to Klopp. I have a little theory, and I might be completely wrong. I think the real reason Klopp decided to leave was because FSG probably approached him and said, we want to bring the old structure back in terms of transfers. And I think Klopp just said, no, I'm not doing it. I think that's the reason.
I mean, we'll never know, will we?
We'll never know.
It could be one of the reasons, not the reason. I think one of the reasons, potentially.
If you look at how quickly everything was put into place as soon as he handed in that resignation, I think that's probably what happened. I genuinely
if Klopp never manages again, I think he genuinely was fed up of being a manager, like the stress of being a manager. If he doesn't come back into coaching, I think it was he was long for the stress of it all.
No, because he probably looks at it and thinks, after Liverpool, where do I really go where I'm going to enjoy it? Because Klopp's not a mercenary. Mourinho's a mercenary. Klopp's not a mercenary.
No, but Cam, he only left because he didn't want the structure. He'd still have the fire in his belly to be a manager.
Not necessarily.
So he'd go wherever he felt was good.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's not a mercenary. He's got to feel. Remember, he could have gone Man United, before we got him. But he has to feel a certain way about a job. He's not one of these guys who's just going to go anywhere and just perform because he's getting paid well. Klopp needs to feel it. Like he's a
But I'm sure an opportunity. I'm sure an opportunity like that will present itself in the next, say, 5 years or so. So I think that's when we'll know whether Klopp actually was burnt out and sick of management, or whether it could be something else. If he never comes back to management, I think that could be a good indicator he was just burnt out from the stress of it all.
But it could also just, you guys might both be right. It could be just a mixture. Like he's burnt out. They want to bring back in the old structure in football. Now's kind of the time to, because even though I don't like what you're about to do, I'm kind of want to leave now. It could be. Here's the thing: we can all speculate, like we said, we can all give our opinions, but I don't think that was the sole reason. But I think it could be a reason. One of the reasons.
I just look at it like this. Liverpool in my lifetime were at their absolute best when Klopp focused on managing the team and coaching, and when Edwards was facilitating transfers. That's the best I've ever seen Liverpool. So for that, Klopp will always be.
And a lot of people are also forgetting this brilliant summer window that we're having, which we're all enjoying. This summer window is quite reminiscent of the, let's say, 12-month period or 6 to 12-month period when we lost the Champions League final, then we did all that recruitment, and then we won the Champions League. Like, this is very, I know we sold Coutinho, but that was because back then we weren't anywhere near as financially savvy as we are now. So you can take each one whichever way you go. It's another decade worth of making money. So it makes it a bit unfair to compare in that way. But like, if you think about like the incoming, the quality of the players, the amount of players, it's very similar. So being that I think all of us are in agreement here, we're not going to do this very regular. This is probably a bit of a one-off, and it might be another like 3-4 years until we see this again. There'll just be some topping up along the way, because I just think this is the beginning of the new phase. I think in about 3 or 4 years we could be looking at it, and it could look very similar to what happened with Klopp. That big outlay that made us great, that made us win things. Then it took a little while. Then, do you know what I mean? And then another, it might be very similar to what happens under Slot.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but if I'm going to keep it 100, the difference between that and this is when Klopp won the league, he didn't want to, in my opinion, he didn't want to be ruthless with that squad. Slot has already
but he didn't need to, bro, because it was at the beginning of its cycle when we won the league.
No, but in the sense of, I don't think Slot wanted to disrupt the apple cart. Like, you see his starting 11, I don't think he really wanted to disrupt that, to the point where even when we signed Jota had to perform so amazing just to break into that starting 11. It was unreal. Whereas Slot now,
I think that's disingenuous to Klopp. He's still a genius of a manager. He knows he needs backup.
Well, I never said he's not, but we can all agree that he didn't have that ruthless streak and I'm going to get rid of players and upgrade them based on a footballing and sporting prerogative.
Yeah, he was way more loyal.
So yeah, I think that's.
But the money wasn't there like how it is now. If you look at what FSG have done off the pitch to get us to where we are, this is one of the reasons why we can spend more, because we just generate way more money though as well. So
the money,
like I said, it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture in my opinion.
The money wasn't there, but we did bid for Caicedo, so technically the money's been there.
But that Caicedo bid was just like one massive bid. But it's not that we made massive bids like that over the years. That was just the one-off, if that makes sense.
And again, is that because Klopp might not have wanted a profile of the player in the team that cost that much and all that stuff? Again, I'm speculating.
No, here's the thing. For people
like, we genuinely don't know, because what did we all say after the Caicedo thing? Where's the Caicedo money? Well, I mean, no one's spoken about Caicedo money this summer, right?
No, of course.
No, I know, but it is 2 years down the line, which is quite a long time.
All I'm saying is we're in the financial better place, so therefore you can spend more money. Like we're at PSR as well. Like, remember, here's the killer as well. People need to understand. All those windows we didn't really spend heavily under Jurgen Klopp are some of the reasons why we're able to spend heavily under Arne Slot. Do you get what I'm saying? All that PSR adds up over the years. It's like saving in the piggy bank, and now you're finally able to get the piggy bank, and all the money that you saved up now, here you go. So it's almost like Slot is reaping the benefits. That's why I don't think it's as clear cut to say he probably didn't want to sign players. Maybe he didn't, but I also feel like the money situation was nowhere near what it is now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear it. I'm just saying I don't know. I think Klopp's old school in his approach, you know.
He probably
And
is
it's
old
one of the
school. Yeah, but
one of the reasons we all loved him, because he was
Yeah.
a throwback. He was a throwback with a personality of a Liverpudlian. That's why we
And
loved
I think a lot of it came from him being a product of his environment. I think if you're at Dortmund, then you're getting your best players stolen, which effectively is those players having no loyalty to you in that moment. When he got to Liverpool and he started feeling the loyalty of players, I think he appreciated it. I think that had something to do with it because he was used to all his best players ducking out on him. So I do think that probably had played a part in why he was so
maybe.
loyal as well.
Maybe. Joe A says, "This is what happens when you ban me for no reason." When were you banned, Joe?
when was Joe banned?
So and I didn't ban you. So why am I the one getting the smoke, bro?
That must be one of the.
And if he was banned and we didn't know about it, then who unbanned him?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So one of the mods must have banned him or something.
Joe, it weren't me, bro. Why am I the one getting the smoke? Yeah, I can't say first.
That's crazy.
That is definitely
That's
crazy,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
I hope that one actually doesn't take off and start trending. I can't lie.
Yeah, just call him Tesco, man.
Joe A says, "Drifty, when the Nunes video." Raw, yeah. Joe's got smoke for everyone today.
For everybody.
No, that video is actually on its way still, 100%. 100%.
Everybody.
It's still on its way.
Joe says, "Matt, the
Here's my
FIFA
one.
game, you duck from the dude when you duck the smoke. Lastly, don't block me again, please. All I said is Isak, here we go."
This is what I'm saying, bro. Why would I ban you for saying
Joe's
Isak,
got to
here
be
we
trolling
go?
now then. Joe's got to be trolling now then. He's got to be trolling.
Yeah, so maybe...
To be fair, this content from Super Chat is member content. Don't worry. Members Guff is getting revamped this year, guys. Do not
100.
worry. Joe came in there at the end of the show and just lit up the place, man.
It's what I'm saying, bro.
Just threw a grenade in the room and says, "You lot deal with it." Joe, I did.
He's got to be trolling. There's no way anybody would have banned him for saying Isak.
That's what I'm saying.
No, the only person who would get banned for that is Cal.
I ain't even done anything.
No, but because people are scared of the curse, you're the only one that I can think anyone would like attack if you said that.
Maybe. I wouldn't ban it. I haven't banned anyone on this channel for time.
That's like they have to do a madness, bro.
I know. Look, Joe, man, I'm sorry, bro. Whatever I've done, I'm sorry, innit? Allow me, man.
Joe said he's definitely petty, you know.
We know, man. We know. But look, people, we've had well over 1,500 of you guys for the majority of the show. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video, please, guys. It'd be greatly appreciated. Been up to Alexander's become a member. And shout out to Rich LFC fan says, Maxime. Let me make sure this is a real name before I say it and get clipped up.
I was just thinking, you know.
No, surely Rich wouldn't be that diabolical. He's not going to wish man a happy birthday while dragging man into it.
You never know. Maxime Esteve for centre back. Happy birthday, Callum. I see who he is, man. I don't know who he is, so can't sit here and lie. But no, big up for that. Matt says Sesko going to Man United is like Bonnie Blue, just another number.
Ben Jacobs has just said it now.
He's going.
Bonnie Blue's just another number.
That'd be hilarious.
That's crazy. No, Ben Jacobs has said, understand Benjamin Sesko has made it clear this evening he wants to join Man United. I knew it. I said this on Sam's show earlier on today.
Newcastle, whatless.
No, he played Newcastle. Newcastle today improved terms and their bids largely remain stronger of the two clubs, but there is a growing sense of confidence within Manchester United that Sesko will join if the clubs can reach a deal. Manchester United's focus is now on trying to reach agreement with Leipzig as the clubs believe Sesko is waiting for them. But he's played Newcastle, bro.
Do we think that Man United have got one of those Men in Black things, but it only lasts 24 hours?
No,
so they wipe your memory of all the bullshit. They get you to sign the paper, and then when it wears off, you're just there now, isn't it?
Bro, it's so
because I don't know how else Man United are managing to convince people to join them. I really don't.
Told you, Man United went broke, bro.
And I'm going to be honest with you. It's actually a big risk for Man United to get another project player with the situation they're in. Let's not get twisted. Sesko ain't great. We just want him to go Newcastle because we want Isak. Sesko ain't great.
He's not as bad as people are making out. Though. People have gone way overboard with his Sesko slander. He's a good
Maybe,
striker.
but he's still a very average forward, in my opinion.
1 in a million says Edwards would have sold Hendo, Milner, Genie, Naby, Ox, etc. early to replenish with younger talent. Even Mane, Klopp was traumatized from Dortmund and vetoed for loyalty. Saudi bailed him out. Slot is ruthless. You know, maybe we had to do a members video on this. Maybe we will do a members video on this.
I think we need to. I think we need to.
Yeah. Dissect this subject in more detail. Boy, well, people, do smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you check out Big Up with Drifty tomorrow at 5 p.m. As he watches a couple rivals play. And yes, people, it's been another pleasure. Been a Tuesday night show as opposed to a Monday night show. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay blessed. With Kopish around people. Take care.
Peace.